All right, welcome back to the Sunday morning show. What's good, Drew Titan? What's good, BFTB?
Awesome, ain't nothing.
Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Yeah, we good.
Drew?
We good, brother. We good. Rock and roll. Let's get it.
BFTB? Did I?
No, I hear you just fine.
Oh, I turned down my fucking volume like a moron. All right, I got it. What's good, man? BFTB in the building. What's good with you, sir? Let them know how to get in contact with you, man, and what you about.
Yeah. Wherever death is at, just come on, stroll. The graveyard is wide open. Everybody knows where I'm at. People know where I'm at. They just don't want to go there because they know what it is.
No, they don't, man. I've been. It's only the rare, brave soul that makes it over there. What's good with you, Drew Titan, man? How you feeling? How's your back feeling? You told me before the show started you fell down the stairs.
I fell down a whole flight of stairs, but I got up though. Man. I was so amped, man, after last night's festivities, man. I ran to the gym, did a whole workout, leaving the gym, and the ghost of Loma tripped my ass, and I fell right down that fucking flight of stairs. But I got up though fast. I got up laughing. But you can find me right here, Drew Titan, on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram under the same name, Bronx on Deck. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. So, man, let's wait for some people to get into the building. Ding dong, the witch is dead, dog. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, what were your thoughts on the fight card last night, Drew? Drew, you on mute.
My bad. Yeah. Take me a minute to get off this damn mute. Okay. You can hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. The fights was awesome, man. The fights was awesome. Can we just jump to the main event?
Nah, let's wait till we get at least 200 people in here, man. Because we're gonna have to do it all over again. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so you know people ain't gonna show up on time, dog. So let's just slow it down. Let's slow it down and bring up a different issue, man. Let's slow it down a second before people come in here, man, and just let's ask a couple questions, dog. Like, because I'm telling you, dude, I'm not as prepared for this one because I've just been in such a glorious haze, man. Like, dog, the silly Lomachenko, man, is not like, dog, he's not like that, dog. Okay, he's not like that.
Wait, Fannon. He's not the greatest thing you've seen since Muhammad Ali.
No.
Not
because he's 33 years old. And let me tell you why. Because he's only 33 years old. Look, washed the fuck up after 15 professional fights.
That's what I was going to say.
He looks absolutely washed up. He looks washed up. He looks the shell of himself after 14 professional fights. So no, I cannot do that, dog. And he's younger than Terrence Crawford. And to me, him losing to Teofimo Lopez is like Terrence Crawford losing to
Amir
Virgil Ortiz.
Straight Amir Khan.
Yeah, like now I say like Virgil Ortiz, an up and coming fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's an up and coming fighter, man. The dude only win Teofimo Lopez had. Now Richard Comey is a good win, dog. If you're like that, you ain't supposed to lose. You're not supposed to lose. You're not supposed to lose to him, okay? And you're not supposed to lose to him giving away half the fucking fight. You know, you're just not supposed to, dog. But look, we can get into it, man, in a second. I still want people to come into the chat a little bit more slowly, man. So, Drew, let me ask you. You a question, man. How would you compare this fight card to the Jermell Charlo versus Jamal Charlo card?
I wouldn't. It was a decent card, but I wouldn't compare it. I was more satisfied with the Charlo card. I was way more satisfied. But I'm not gonna completely crap on this card either. The co-main event was a great fight. I like that. The co-main event was a great fight. What was dude's name? Saucy.
Salcido.
Yeah, that was.
But you know what was before that? Did you get a chance to see? God, what is that kid's name? Jihadi. Damn, I wrote it down because I'd seen his name. I believe he was on some people's channels in the LDBC. He was the first guy that was oh, here it goes. He was the first guy that was out there and fought. His name is God dog. What does you guys know? The first black dude to fight on the undercard.
Yeah, is that the dude that had the Breonna Taylor shorts?
The Breonna Taylor shorts? No,
Breonna
that
Taylor.
was the guy before that. You know, you're talking about the guy that was wearing the Black Lives Matter skirt?
Yeah.
The leggings?
Yeah.
No. not the guy with the skirts and leggings. I'll get the guy's name in a second, man. But it was I think it was Jihadi. Let me see.
Jihad Tucker.
Oh yeah, dog. Did you see the Jihadi Tucker fight?
No, I was kind of busy.
You didn't see it? Be okay. If you guys did not see Jihadi Tucker, let me tell you, go to fuck back. As a matter of fact, go to the Patreon because I actually recorded the fight and I called that fight, and I'm gonna put the fight up on the Patreon. Jihadi White is like that. I mean, Jihadi, what's his last name again? I don't want to kill it.
Tucker.
Jihadi Tucker is like that, man. Jihadi Tucker is like that. The only thing I think it might have been his second fight, but he's early in his career. Kind of tall and slender. I can't even really tell you for sure what weight class he's in. He looked like he was.
Is that the one that when the guy came out and tried to throw one loop and shot it on him right away? Yeah.
Yes, he just slipped it. Like dude just went right up underneath it, and he did that a couple times. You saw the fight, BFTB?
I saw parts of it.
Yeah. See, what I liked about him, man, is that he was very, very good. Like he was very, very slick. He kept his head. He did his really, really solid job of keeping his head off the line and shifting with his shots as he got off the line. Like he would get off the line and he brings this and he gets off the line and he brings that. Just that kind of that rocking, slipping motion. He's only 17 years old. The dude that he was fighting was an undefeated guy. And I just think it's somebody we should definitely be keeping a lookout for, man, is Jihadi Tucker, man. And I was really happy that I was able to see the fight because I had run across him. I want to say for some reason, I want to say he was on Barbershop Conversations, but that was probably another up and coming kid that was on there, man. But that dude, I think, really does have an opportunity to be special, man. So, but look, now we got 283 people in the building. We can hit the show. But let's start first with: did you guys see? It was Jihadi Tucker. Did you guys see Baranga, the guy on the 14 and the knockout streak? Baranga?
Yeah, that's my guy. Edgar Berlanga. That's my guy.
Edward Berlanga, man. What are your thoughts on Edward Berlanga?
Well, I've been rocking with Edward. I've been rocking with Ed since he was 1-0. Like I put post up about the dude and everything. I was telling everybody he a beast. This man's a killer, bro. His punching power is ridiculous. And I think he's gonna be some big problems. He's number 9 in the WBO, so I mean he's right up there with getting his shot here in a little bit with Billy Joe Saunders eventually, and he's a problem at 168. That dude's a problem, bro. He punches ridiculously hard.
Man, he does, man. And I think actually, man, he might be a problem up at 175 too. But we can start this conversation, which brings me to two upsetting points, man, that we're going to talk about this morning because I want to make sure you guys are on the channel first. But first, my man, Stu Baby Love in that super chat. He says, salute Fannon, BFTB, and Drew, man. Salute to you, Stu Baby Love. And my man in the super chat, Frank, let me show you, Frank. He says, salute to you, Fannon, the panel. Just checking in, dog. You made me money last night. Don't you go nowhere, Frank. You made me some money. Let me show you. Let me show you. What's that song? Let me show you the way to go. Let me show you the way I went, dog, because of you. Hold on. I got something for you, Frank. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for Frank. I got something for you. Hold on. Where is it? This must be over here on my. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there you go. There goes that sweet nothingness I be wanting to show you. Oh, yeah. Frank, thank you, sir. Let's share this screen. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, you can see that. See that? See what that says? That says 10, 17, 20. Win single Teofimo Lopez plus 310 for a win of $410. Whatever the fuck this is, I won. And then the second one, Josie Vargas for technical decision, because you know Josie Vargas can't punch for shit. And this dude, Kendo Casadena, was not going to get knocked out. So I won $135. I won $35 off that shit. I won 100 and I won off like $325 betting on Teofimo Lopez because my man Joe Smoke in here making motherfucking excuses. Don't make no excuses, Joe Smoke. Guess who's gonna be sitting on that L today? Yo,
more than that.
We warming up, dog. We warming up. Y'all gonna be sitting on some L's today. Oh, yes, you are, dog. And because I just told you I made money too. So for everybody out here talking, saying, well, for 9, you probably dog. I went this way, I went that way with my shit. When it all came down to it, I put my money on Teofimo Lopez. And you know why I bet on Teofimo Lopez? Because Bob Arum is fucking crook. And I was like, there ain't no god dang way. If this dude gets to a decision that Lomachenko is going to get that phone call, and you saw what the fucking scorecards were. Wide as a prostitute's coochie, dog. Woo! Give me my money. Give me my money. But let's talk about something else first. I got to get your thoughts on this, BFTB, while we wait to roast this dude. Yesterday, Mauricio Suleiman announced that the heavyweight division now has a new weight limit. There's a new weight class in boxing, if you've not heard.
Yeah.
You have heard, because you responded on Instagram.
Yeah, I seen some of that.
There's now a super cruiserweight division in the heavyweight division, weighing between 175 and 224 or some stupid shit like that. What's your thoughts on the new heavyweight division that the WBC has put out? And then your thoughts, Drew Titan. And don't worry, we're going to get on Loma, but we want to make sure everybody got a chance to wake up.
This weight class stuff is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. The WBC went from being talked about as the most prestigious belt to the most diluted belt. This belt right now is like someone who went and bought some drugs, 100% pure, and just been cutting it with bleach, baby oil, baby shit, sugar water, just cutting it and cutting it and cutting it. Bro, this shit is so diluted at this point. They legitimately are going to have the Thanksgiving belt. The Thanksgiving belt is going to be they're going to make it a major belt that you'll win only once a year and call it the super duper turkey belt. Then they're going to come up with one for Christmas and do the exact same thing. This shit is getting pathetic, and there's going to be sanctioning fees. That I don't. There's already like down at the little weights. There's like 108, and then the next one is 109, and then the next one is like 113, and then the next one is 115. Like, bro. So I was talking about this. Like, you diluted this shit so much. You cut it down so much. Like, they're diluting everything. Even the very fact of undisputed is diluted. Even that very fact. Like, how the hell is there 2 WBC champions in the same weight class, let alone extra weight classes? Like, this shit, like the WBC, I don't know if they're broke. I don't know what's going on, but for them to make an extra weight class, an extra one, when they are literally the only one that does it. No other sanctioning body has that other weight class. So if you win a WBC belt in that weight class, are you going to be the undisputed champion of the world with one belt? Because none of the other weight classes have that belt. I mean, have that weight class. So you're like, yo, I don't understand. They're destroying boxing, absolutely destroying it,
killing it. Drew, what are your thoughts on that, man? On the new weight class for the WBC?
Well, all Fury got to do is walk around at 240, and he ain't ever got to fight Wilder ever.
Facts.
Oh, I think that's a little backwards. I tell you this. No, that shit is there to protect them fucking cruiserweights like Usyk. because all Deontay Wilder's going to do is just come in at whatever he want to fucking come in at and still fight at the fucking super heavyweight or whatever, the heavyweight division, because there's no weight class limit. You can't make him weigh that much. So he gets to weigh, he gets to fight wherever he wants to fight. Who it protects Usyk. It protects Usyk. It protects them fucking Gassievs and them bums.
Dorticoses and all them.
Dorticos and guys like that. So now there's some more, because anything other than heavyweight is going to be horseshit. Did he read the super chats? I have been looking at the super chats, and yes, I have read the super chats. Thank you very much for keeping me on my P's and Q's today. And my man Schneider JP said the WBC franchise belt equals witness protection belt. That right there is just fucking stupidity, man. But we're gonna get onto that. We're gonna get into that. But let's do that. The WBC franchise belt, as far as it goes to lightweight, because it's in the super chat. Let me pass that to Drew, man. It says the WBC franchise belt equals witness protection. Drew, what do you think the significance of is Teofimo Lopez holding the franchise belt? What do you think about that, man? Where do you think that that's going to head? Because hopefully Teofimo Lopez is going to be a man about it and either drop all them damn belts and go to 140 because his ass is huge, or he's going to fight Devin Haney at 135 pounds.
Well, I hope he heads in a Devin direction. I'm hoping he does, but as of late, what we hope and what makes sense just doesn't come to fruition because we make too much sense. I don't know where his head's at. Does he flick the business switch as soon as that bell rang and he was announced the winner? We don't know. Right now I want to say that he's about that fight life, but I want to know if his business people get in his head and say, yo, look, no. Now it's about posture now. Now we about to make this money. Hopefully he stays at 135, but he is big as fuck. He can go to 140, but I want him to stay at 135. I want to stay at 135. But as far as the WBC witness protection program is exactly right. It's exactly right. This is disgusting, man. I've never seen anything like this. You know, I was talking to my father yesterday. I said, yeah, Dad, I got to get home. There's a fight tonight. He said, well, who's fighting? And I was telling him, it's a WBC. And I was just breaking down the belts and everything else. And he was just staring at me like, what? He was like, you lost me at franchise. He said, what is that? Franchise? My father comes from the era where there was one belt, one champion. That's it. All right, and I'm trying to explain all this shit to him, and I felt stupid explaining it to him. And he said, kid, I don't know how you guys do it today. That's ridiculous. So many champions, and the franchise, it's a label. And I thought you couldn't lose that.
Oh, that shit changed. You mean you talking about it's non-transferable?
Right.
So that shit went out the window. That shit went out the window.
When the last couple of days?
No, with this. As soon as Teofimo Lopez asked for it, they were like, yeah, you can have it. It'll be transferable. Because Teofimo Lopez said, if I win, I want to be able to be the franchise champion. And then they said, yeah, and Teofimo Lopez does not fit the description of a franchise champion at all. He fits the definition of a big ass dude that just got his first win, an upset win over the champ. Why the fuck would he be a franchise? He doesn't have any belts, and he doesn't have any belts in multiple weight classes. Like, what the fuck is the justification for Teofimo Lopez being a franchise champion and Errol Spence Jr. not? It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
none of this makes sense.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut off your point, but it can be transferred now.
Well, they just making the rules up as they go. When did that happen? Just in the last week?
It happened maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago when Teofimo Lopez announced it. Teofimo Lopez, like, I petitioned that I'm the franchise champion, so I know I will be undisputed. No, and you're not fucking undisputed, dude. Like, in my opinion, Lomachenko could have made the argument that he was undisputed because he actually held that WBC regular belt at a point in time, right? And it's just that they elevated him. But Teofimo Lopez, how does he become the franchise champion when you're not on the level of an Errol Spence? Everybody is the fucking franchise champion now if Teofimo Lopez is the franchise champion. Shit.
Well, did you see?
Jose Ramirez is the fucking should be a franchise champion if Teofimo Lopez is a franchise champion. What tickets does this dude sell?
Well, Suleiman, he when he was asked what the hell this franchise situation was, he couldn't even explain it properly. So I knew this was going to happen down the road. He couldn't even explain it properly, man. He don't even know what the fuck he's doing. He's just inventing shit and creating fees. None of this made sense and never made sense. So just throw it out the window now.
Hold on a second. Hey, Real Pitbull, man, welcome back to the channel, dog. But you're gonna have to actually wait till somebody hates on Teofimo Lopez to say that there was any hate. So go ahead and just pump the brakes, dog. Because right now, what I said was about the WBC. Now, Real Pitbull, I know you don't like me. You don't want me talking bad about the WBC. And hey, man, I can respect that, dog. But this is the wrong day for that, dog. They created an entire new weight class. Ain't nobody hating on. And I say this with respect, man, because I appreciate you being here. And your presence not being here for a while it was missed. So I know you may not be very happy about what I had to say about the WBC. And I respect that. However, nobody said anything bad about Teofimo Lopez, so don't change the subject. I said that Teofimo Lopez doesn't deserve to be franchise champion. He doesn't. And that's a fact. As of right now, there's no way he should be its franchise champion. No way. Because right now, Errol Spence Jr. is not a franchise champion. How can Teofimo Lopez be a franchise champion and Errol Spence isn't? And I don't expect anybody to answer that question. But when you guys go back and think about that, think about that. Think about the fact that that other than Canelo Alvarez, your biggest star that holds a belt for the WBC is not franchise champion, but Teofimo Lopez, who just had an upset win against Vasily Lomachenko, is now the franchise champion, despite him not making that definition in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He has never won. He has never fought in an additional weight class, which was one of the reasons why it was supposed to be a franchise champion. It was for somebody that was moving up in weight like Canelo, who was going to 175, 168, 154, 160. That's not Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a 135-pounder who has never fought anywhere but 135 pound, who is now more than likely going to leave that division, and he's going to leave the division with the franchise championship. If he doesn't fight Devin Haney, then what's the WBC going to do? Strip him of his franchise champion so that somebody can be champion at 135, or is he going to be the eternal is he going to be the eternal franchise champion at 135 even though he never fights there? It's just a rule that doesn't work. Yeah, I understand the desire to do it, but it just doesn't work. Because now to be undisputed, how can he be undisputed? But that means every other belt. Think about this. Every other weight class, if you're undisputed, they're all the same 4 belts. The WBA, the WBA Super, the WBC, regular we'll call it, the not franchise one, right? The WBO and the IBF. If Errol Spence Jr. unifies 147 and he's not the franchise champion, and Teofimo Lopez stays at 135, they will be undisputed, but they will be holding different belts. That's the dispute right there. Either everybody has to be a franchise champion, just like everybody is the super champion that can be considered undisputed, then everybody has to have the same WBC belt, whatever it is, to be considered undisputed. The WBC shouldn't be able to pick and choose which belt counts for undisputed, because today it might be it's undisputed for Usyk because Usyk was undisputed with the regular WBC belt, right? So that's undisputed, but not in lightweight. In lightweight is franchise, but then in welterweight it's the regular, and then at featherweight it's the regular, unless that is Inoue moves up there, in which that means that it will be the franchise because we'll franchise him. But you have Teofimo Lopez franchise, and he's never sold a ticket. He never outsold anything. Never. He's not even the biggest star at lightweight. He's not the biggest star at lightweight. He just fought on regular TV. Regular TV. ESPN Plus or ESPN, whichever it was. He's not on pay. He's not Gervonta Davis. So why is he the franchise? Not even the biggest. He's not the franchise at lightweight. But I didn't hate on Teofimo Lopez. I'm just telling you that's not what he is. It's not what he is. What he is an excellent fighter, up-and-coming fighter who just emerged on the scene. And now he's got to defend his title. But he shouldn't be a franchise. He shouldn't be like, this is some special fighter who deserves consideration above and beyond all our other champions. Why does Teofimo Lopez deserve more consideration than Arthur Beterbiev? Isn't Arthur Beterbiev BFTB? Isn't Arthur Beterbiev the WBC champion at light heavyweight?
And he's unified.
So why isn't Beterbiev the franchise? Why would Teofimo and not Beterbiev? You see how just because we feel like it is the answer to that? The answer becomes because I felt like it. But I appreciate you coming to the show. I do. And I got a lot of respect for the WBC. I really do. It's just you created a new weight class today. That's tough on me, man. It's hardcore. It's hard on me today. like we don't need any more weight classes, man. We don't need any more weight classes. We don't need any more belts. And that just seems like that's what we just keep getting. More belts and more weight classes. Zap Adams said, do you think Lomachenko was staying at 135 or chase belts at 130? I think Lomachenko is going to have one more fight and retire.
Yep.
Because I think the book is out on him. What's your thoughts on that, BFTB?
Well, I've been telling everybody for the longest time, the book has been out on him. The book's been out on Lomachenko. I mean, you have never, I say it until I'm blue in the face, styles make fights, not fighters. Styles. Don't give a damn what your name is. It's how you fight. Your style. And the style that beats Lomachenko is the Salido style. He's never been able to do anything with it. And that's exactly what Teofimo did, the Salido style. So the book has always been out of Loma, in my opinion. But him moving down into a different weight class, I can absolutely see that happening. I can see him moving down. If it's one or two, if he stays where he's at, he's going to have one next fight, maybe against like Mikey Garcia to cash out, and then he's going to retire. If he does fight more, it's not going to be at this weight. But he cannot beat Tank Davis. He cannot beat Devin Haney. He will get annihilated badly. Like, the best thing for him to do is go down to 126, where Bob Arum was already campaigning, talking about how that's what he really is. He's really a 126 pounder, blah, blah, blah. So go down to 126 and rematch Gary Russell. Go ahead and do that. And, and then we can start having that conversation and blah, blah, blah. But the book is out on Lomachenko. It's always been out. Just nobody was reading it. It was just trying to write their own book, although there was a book that we knew the ending named Salido. But that's how. Yeah.
Well, I thought what they did was, let's stop for 1 second. We got almost 1,000 people in the building, so I think it's real important we do this this weekend or this past week. We're going to give the 10 count to Ricardo Jimenez, excuse me. I think it's pronounced Jimenez. I believe he was a publicist in boxing for a long time. Used to see him around the fighters all the time. I never knew who he was. I would just always see him like, I wonder what his job is. And he passed away this week. So let's give him the 10 count. Rest in peace to Ricardo Jimenez. R.I.P. All right. My man Michael Rogers said, what fight was Ward watching? He was ridiculous. Bradley surprised me. Man, I thought I kind of agreed with Andre Ward, man. Like, I had my scorecard was very similar to his, man. Like, I had Teofimo Lopez winning by 1 round. 115, 114, because I thought Lomachenko was coming on in the second half of the fight. Yeah. But I had it the same way as he did. I thought that the scorecards were way too wide for my liking. But but Bradley was telling the truth today, though. He was on that truth sauce. What's your take on that? Drew?
The scorecards was a little wide. I had Lopez winning by 2 rounds. Round 8 was definitely a Lomachenko round, though, and I believe round 10. But there was a couple of swing rounds in, and me being who I am, I just gave it to Lopez because I'm sick of this shit. But those scorecards was wide. But once I heard them, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a wash. This is definitely gonna be a wash. And yeah, can we talk about his sportsmanship after?
We can talk about it right now. We'll flow with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, he just left the ring. he just left. He just walked the fuck out the ring. Like, I'm like, oh shit. He really thought he won the fight. And then he said, fuck the English at the end. He ain't want to talk no English no more. Shit was hilarious. I was like, what's wrong with him, man? You blew it, man. You lost the damn fight, man. To me, it was a clear loss. And oh man, Andre Ward, SOG. Oh man, bro. I respect you. When you was active, I went to bat for that dude online with armor on and swords and everything. I ain't let nobody say anything reckless about the Son of God. But Andre, my God, man, my God, he had it a draw. Fine, but sometimes he's just watching. Sometimes these guys, I don't care what kind of pro they are, they're watching 2 different fights, man. But Tim Bradley, that bald-headed peanut, he shocked me. He shocked me, man. I'm like, what's making this dude tell the truth this evening? What's wrong with him? Is something wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? So shake a tree, catch a coon, man. I mean, this dude is telling the truth. But how did he go from, complete 180, man? I mean, you let him tell it. Vasil Lomachenko was like the best fighter ever. But last night, before the bell rang, he said, no, Lopez, this is night. He gonna get him. He gonna get him tonight. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because I normally watch the shit on mute, but I said, let me just hear what this dude's talking about. I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same? Is he about to get fired? Is his contract up? What the fuck is going on? He gonna get him tonight. What? Tonight's Lopez night. I was like, yo, that's crazy. But he was right. He was right. Did y'all see the last round? Y'all noticed the ref stopped it, 10 seconds left. I think Loma was about to get put on his ass. You saw that?
Oh yeah, when he was stepping to him and he stopped him and gave him that little bit of breath. I think Loma would have survived that.
Yeah,
but it told dude when he started stepping to him though, Drew. When Teofimo, I was like, oh, it's over. Like after because he started pressing. Once he started pressing him, but go ahead, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish.
Loma had to close the distance and fight in that danger zone because he stayed out of it for 5 or 6 rounds, and that's how he blew the fight. He was supposed to get started early. That's how you fight punches and people that are bullies. You put them on their bike early. You press them, but you in that risk of that danger zone. And he still felt that power. He tried to turn it off for the second half of the fight, and he hit him in the chest. He just missed his chin with that uppercut, the counter uppercut. And Loma said, "Shit, I can't take that. I'm not gonna."
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I seen a different fight than y'all did.
Hey, hold on one second. I'm gonna pass it to you. Hold on one second, KQ. I mean, not KQ.
Let me turn. I know exactly that.
Big Willie Woodard said,
"I'll be waking up on Monday."
Hold on a second, man.
I'll be waking up on Monday. So now, hold on. I'm gonna get in and out. He'd come in, he'd rush in, throw a couple of jabs, bing, bing, bing.
I don't think he's talking to you. No, I don't think he was talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on, man. Let me get the super chats, man. I got to make sure I stay on pace with these today. Willie Woodard said, hope Teo don't duck Haney, because we're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of it. Hope Teo don't duck Haney. I don't think he will. I don't think Teofimo will. I think Teofimo Lopez is connected enough to what's going on and the word that's out there on the word that's out there on the street Teofimo Lopez is not going to take kindly to people going on about that dude being a duck on Devin Haney. And he ain't got a choice but to do it because Devin Haney should have had the opportunity to do that to Lomachenko himself. Because what I saw last night, that Lomachenko, Devin Haney beats him. Which is exactly why I said that before. I was like, nah, they don't want that fight because Devin Haney can win that. Because Devin Haney, Lopez, you see those clean shots that Teofimo Lopez was landing, that Vasily was landing on Teofimo Lopez, like when he started pressing him. I don't think he's going to be able to do that to Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney's going to slip a lot of those, be able to fight on the perimeter, and he won't have that round 7 through round 10 stuff. And I think Devin's would be up 6-0 rounds on him, and then he'd start pressing him, and I don't think he'd find him. I think Devin Haney beats him, and I think that's the reason why. But I think Bob Arum knew it, just like I think Bob Arum knew Teofimo Lopez was going to beat him, and I've been explaining to you guys that for weeks, right? For weeks about why I was like, nah, it's time to sell for Vasily Lomachenko. Time for sell. But he said, I hope Teofimo don't duck Haney. I don't think he will. Hey, BFTB, what do you think about Teofimo Lopez? You think Teofimo Lopez will duck Haney?
I mean, I don't think he's going to duck Haney. I think Teofimo Lopez is not. I don't think he's going to fight Haney at this weight class. I don't think so at all. I think if they fight, it'll be at 140 or maybe even 47. To be honest, it might be at 140 or 47. But I do not believe he's going to fight him at 135. I don't think he was going to fight him, period. Don't matter when it was. He's not going to fight him. I don't think he fights him at that weight class at all. I just wanted to address that one thing prior to. I saw a different fight than what y'all saw. I saw Teofimo Lopez was up on Lomachenko at least 5-1 after 6 rounds. At least 5-1. Lomachenko didn't throw any punches at all. Correction, he threw 5 punches, legitimately 5 punches in the first 3 rounds. I mean, the first 6 rounds, legitimate 5. There's no way that he won those rounds. Not
hey, BFTB, we're gonna wind up doing that all over again because we're gonna wind up doing that. I just wanted to hit the super chats real quick, but then we're gonna go
make sure, I didn't see what y'all see, but go ahead.
That's fine. We're gonna get for sure. You are definitely gonna have your opportunity to do that. I just want to make sure we hit these super chats because all week I've been getting complaints that I don't get to the super chats, and for somebody that is claim that I beg for super chats all the time, I miss a lot of them. I just want to make sure I get them today because. But he said, Boxing Hacker said First, they said Loma was pound for pound #1, who was better than Floyd or Ali. Then they say the fight was for undisputed. Meanwhile, Devin had a title. PBC is full of crap. Dog, what does that got to do with the PBC? The fuck? You boxing hacker, fuck? You just went all the way. You went, yes, hell yes. First, they say Lomachenko was pound for pound #1, who was better than Floyd and Ali. We knew that was ridiculous from the beginning. They say the fight was for undisputed. Meanwhile, Devin had a title, obviously, and the PBC is full of crap. But you know what else they said? You mean ESPN. But ESPN also snuck something in last night. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Monster Inoue is supposed to be fighting in the United States, right?
U.S. debut. Yep.
No, exactly. No, not U.S. debut. That's a lie. That's a lie. He fought on Superfly on HBO in Carson, California.
I remember that.
2017. I was like, right. What? This is it's his second U.S. debut. I know I heard HBO say that was the debut. But man, ESPN is full of shit. They'll just make up shit as they go. But BFTB, let me get through this. But yeah, man, we're gonna move to that very, very quickly. But because I actually had something else that I wanted to ask you about, BFTB.
Go for it.
We had somebody brought up the Andre Ward stuff. So while we're still on Andre Ward, and we will get to, like Cody Hall said, Tio did excellent against Loma's angles. Yeah, we'll break that down when we get into like the first half of the fight and the second half of the fight. But right now, Andre Ward, did you hear Andre Ward blame Deontay Wilder for Tyson Fury?
This guy's pathetic, man. There's just the hate and the disdain. At this point, I don't care what anybody says, bro. Deontay Wilder is not saying a word, but yet people are still talking shit about the dude. They're still blaming him for stuff that he ain't even said nothing about. Bro, at this point, bro, I just lost respect for the dude. I really lost respect for him, bro. I don't understand what's going on with the dude. I don't know where his mind's at, but bro, if somebody was to say something about some negativity like that about Andre Ward when he was about to fight Kovalev, he'd have been all up in his feelings, But it's like every time he turn around, it's like just a bunch of people doing like sneak this, and the man hasn't said a word yet. Like he hasn't said anything in months, but they just sneak this in the dude. It's annoying at this point.
Hey man, King Vonnie said 283 likes. Man, there's 1,100 people in here, man. Y'all hit the like button, okay? There's 1,100 people. You guys can hit the like button, all right, or the dislike button if you're from the Ukraine. But that shit ain't on me, dude. Punchlines and Pugilism said, "Did you peep? ESPN acknowledged the Salido loss after last night's loss. Well, they had no choice. What's your thoughts on that, Drew? Did you know that?
Oh wait, that Salido fight actually happened. I wasn't dreaming. That shit really happened.
Yeah, it really happened.
Now they want to acknowledge it because I was like, oh wow, his first loss last night. That's what I was saying. I said, oh, his first loss, right? Because I totally forgot that Salido whooped his ass. I forgot. Who the hell they think they're talking to, man? I bet you there's some asshole walking around saying, wait a minute, what do they mean he lost? Who did he lose to? Salido. Yeah. Salido drives Uber. Yeah, he beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Look it up. That happened. And they mentioned it last night. I said, oh, okay, now it happened. Betrayal, most foul. These guys don't respect us. That's why we're here. Right the wrongs. That's what we do.
Yes, sir. So, man, we got 1,000 people in the building. We can get on to this fight, man. So, first half of the fight, what were you thinking, man? BFTB, what was your take on the fight, and like who won the fight, how it went, and what you were gonna do? What you were gonna go into.
Man, Vasyl Lomachenko for the first half, from round 1 to round 6, Vasyl Lomachenko was running. I don't give a damn what anybody says. That's what if Vasyl Lomachenko was Jamal Jenkins or some shit like that, bro, he would have been, oh, this guy's running. He's running. Oh, it's Floyd Mayweather. All he does is run. Vasyl Lomachenko literally ran from round 1 through round 6. He threw like 3 punches those entire rounds. He did not win, in my opinion, at all. We gave him a lot of people pressed round 2 onto Vasyl Lomachenko as a mercy round, because we look at Vasyl Lomachenko as the footwork, the speed, the combination, and the angles. So if he lands a punch, we're all like, see, there it is. There's the beginning of the end. So they just gave him a mercy round. He did not win that round. He lost. Round 1 through round 6, he was running, doing little feints and dipping out. He was scared to death, and he ran like he was scared.
Yes, sir. I did miss a bunch of super chats. Shit. My man, Stu Baby Love said, salute Fannon, BFTB, and Drew, man. Thank you so much. Much love in that super chat. Sports Guy 17 said, and the show starts morning, guys. Thank you for your support, man. I don't know why I don't see those $2 ones, man. And then Tank went in there and shut him down with that. Tio went in there and he shut down that angle talk. Yeah, that's a great observation, Stu Baby Love. And actually, man, I thought people started cutting out that angle shit right around the Miguel Mariaga fight, really. Because Miguel Mariaga was the first person to fix the matrix stuff, where whenever Vasily shifted, changed, so did Miguel Mariaga, which is why Miguel Mariaga frustrated Lomachenko and had him do all that standing in the corner, waving him in and all that. And Miguel Mariaga was dumb enough to go up at him, But, yeah, he shut all that down. And then my man Fahim Satur said, dominant species. Okay, Paulie. Yeah, that is something worth talking, man. Drew.
Yes, sir.
That's one less Eastern European on the dominant Eastern European on the pound for pound list. Do you think Lomachenko will stay there? Do you think ESPN and Ring Magazine will find a way to keep him there? And what black guy will they take off to put Teofimo? Now, Teofimo Lopez will get put on there, or will he get put on there? What are your thoughts on that, man?
Right now, they're scrambling like eggs on a Sunday morning, trying to figure out how do they preserve Lomachenko, because he's still worth something to them. So right now they're looking at the rankings. They're trying to decide whether they put him in the ring with some mediocre talent so he could shine again. I would say rematch, but wasn't Bob Arum on Blue Bloods channel saying that he doesn't believe in rematches?
Oh, no. Yeah, not on Blue Bloods. He was on, that was an IFL TV.
Okay.
Yeah, where he said he doesn't believe in rematches. Dog, like I said, if you watch my videos for the entire time this fight has been there, dog, come on, man. It was time to sell on Lomachenko, homie. It was time to sell. But go ahead, Teofimo. I mean, go ahead. I said Teofimo. Go ahead, Drew. Yeah, I'm so happy with Teofimo Lopez today, man.
Yeah, man. The kid did a great job, man. The kid did a great job. I think that they're trying to preserve. They're scrambling right now. They're trying to find what they can do to preserve Loma and still get some money out of him. But if you really look at what's going on in that division at this point, they done built them up so big that he can't go backwards now. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot go backwards right now. Mediocre talent. He can't fight a top 15 guy just so he can look good anymore on ESPN. No one's gonna care about that. You got Devin Haney right there, man. Go get that work. Devin Haney spins Loma's head off his shoulders. It's based off what I seen last night. Oh no. All right, go ahead and go back down to 126. I think Gary Russell beats Loma. Definitely. Based off what I seen last night, no. So now let's get the excuses ready and the violence ready. Okay, he's old. He aged overnight. He lost a step. No, that's bullshit. That was Lomachenko last night. All right, rounds 1 through 6 did nothing. But they're gonna try and preserve him. They're gonna try and preserve him, but there's nowhere for him to run. There's nowhere for him to go at all. It's just grade A fights from here on in. Like I said, go get the Haney fight now. Go get the Haney fight, and ride out on the sunset. We'll forgive you. You get knocked out, we'll forgive you.
I'll be shocked if Bob lets that happen. Shocked.
Well, you know what though? You know what, Bob. But look what Bob did to Manny Pacquiao. He took his ass. He sent his ass to Australia.
Well, you talking about Lomachenko? You talking about Lomachenko?
Yeah, I'm talking about Loma. I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh man, Devin Haney don't need to fight him now.
I still want to see it. Fuck it.
You ain't. Yeah, I mean, I'd see it. He don't want no Devin, man. He don't want no Devin, dog.
Well, he ain't got. What else could he possibly do right now? What else?
He could be food for Tank. He could feed. He could be fish food, Tank food.
There's no one.
Tank food.
There's no one in the top 3 that I believe that he could beat now.
But he can make a lot of money off Tank because they gonna resell. They reselling Teofimo, like not T. What's his name? Leo Santa Cruz. Like they doing a pay-per-view with Tank and Leo Santa Cruz. Like, man, Lomachenko is perfect for a Tank pay-per-view, man. That might be his first pay-per-view.
That'll be his last fight.
All the superstardom, dog. Vasily Lomachenko's entire career was spent on regular TV. Like, for all of that, dog, about pay-per-view stars, all that whole shit was there. Sports Guy 17 says, much love in that super chat, man. He said, I hope Lopez keeps that hunger now that he's got the belt. His post review was impressive about the Olympics and the doubters in pro boxing, and they hate boxers like Pretty Boy Floyd, etc. Hey, I'll tell you what I liked. I didn't listen to all of Teofimo Lopez's thing, but I did hear how he gave Jerron Ennis props. I was like, that's what's up, man. He knows who those dudes are, and he was telling the truth about who the next coming crop of kids are, man. And I'm telling you, man, this means a lot for those other kids, man. And I'm calling them kids because, you know, I'm old. But I'm thinking of guys like Shakur Stevenson. Dude, Teofimo Lopez just accomplished that, beating Vasily Lomachenko. And by the way, we are going to get on the fact that, you know, on this title it said, you know, what was the title? What do we say? I know I said something like Pop goes another hype job. We're going to talk about whether or not Vasily Lomachenko is a hype job. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, dog, you should not be losing to Teofimo Lopez if you're the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. You shouldn't. That Teofimo Lopez does not beat Pernell Whitaker. No fucking way. No way. Does Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko? I mean, does he beat Pernell Whitaker? No. No, that is not Roberto Duran we're looking at, homie. That was not Roberto Duran. A 32-year-old Roberto Duran at lightweight, get the fuck out of here. He's not losing to Teofimo Lopez. And I mean a lot, and I got a lot of respect for Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez is a 22-year-old kid. Still wet behind the ears, man. Still wet behind the ears. You took an L off that dude, man. And you took an L off Orlando Salido. Now you're bookended. Orlando Salido, you lost to a dude who had 12 losses, and you lost to a guy in his second title fight who only had one significant win. And you ran from his ass for 6 rounds and got pummeled in round 12. Y'all hyped that dude up to be something we've been telling you for a long time he's not. Another pop goes the hype job, okay? Pop goes the hype job. Just like Gennady Golovkin, Pop went that hype job. Pop went that hype job against Daniel Jacobs. That hype job went Pop. So where's all this superior European species shit? He should have just ran through Teofimo Lopez. Unless you're telling me Teofimo Lopez is, well, he's Spanish. He's got Spanish descendants, so he's European too. No, Paulie. Your boy just got mopped, and he ran, and he's gone. And guess what? Guess how many belts Usyk has? None. And guess where Wojciech is? Gone. Guess how many champs you guys got? A washed-up ass Gennady Golovkin and Beterbiev. That's who's dominating boxing. What's your thoughts on that, BFTB?
Man, that's the funniest shit in the world. I'm just sitting, man, you look at all the hype behind this guy, man. It takes, it might be a little off topic, but it takes away from what Vasily Lomachenko could have been. You didn't let the dude just be himself. You didn't just let him come into the fight his way up like everybody else, like Jerron Boots Anderson and Speedy Rashidi Ellis and other fighters of that nature. You didn't let him do that. So it's like you hyped him and hyped him and hyped him. And even though he lost, you blew by his loss, you wrote it out, you hyped him, and you wanted the great white hype so bad that you fabricated one. And now look at your boy. You fabricated one, and now look at him. I know, like I said, I know it's a little off topic, but it's in my mind so heavy. Like,
that's not off topic. That's right on topic.
It's just you didn't even allow him. You didn't allow Lomachenko to be Lomachenko. Even when the dude was telling y'all, I don't think I'm pound for pound number one, nothing like that. I think it's Terrence Bud Crawford. You still forced it on him. You still forced it down his throat. You build this guy up and build this guy up. He got his entire ass whipped and almost got stopped and got saved. But I'm waiting for Paulie Malignaggi to jump out the woodwork talking about how you can't do something. Oh, hey, you can't do this, guys. You can't do this, guy. I'm waiting for him to jump out the woodwork on some shit like that because he's sure they say it against Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder, how they couldn't stop that. So I'm waiting for him to jump out the woodwork talking about how they couldn't stop that fight because Teo was about to put Lomachenko to sleep. He was about to sleep that dude. Like, Lomachenko is a good fighter, but against a specific style. He cannot beat that style. I don't know how many times I can say it. He cannot beat that style. That's why he looked like a old ass man, like his feet was stuck in bubblegum or something. He couldn't move at all. He was just there for the pickings. And if he didn't have upper body movement and wasn't running, bro, Teo would have obliterated this guy, bro. Obliterated him so badly. And to think that they're Tank, you can't do nothing with Tank. You can't do this with Tank. Bro, Tank would have killed this man. Tank would have annihilated this dude, bro. He would have ran straight over this dude. They just hyped him up, hyped him, even when he wasn't looking for it. They hyped him anyway. And now at this moment, you know how they, Wilder's a broken man, he's a broken man, and blah. I think Lomachenko is a broken dude, bro. I'm telling you, I think Lomachenko is broken. You can't pump this dude up for so long with, he's got so many amateur wins and blah blah blah, and the speed, the footwork, the combination. I've never seen nothing like him since Ali and blah blah blah. You're just pumping him even with a loss. He got his ass whipped by a beer thief, and they still gassing him up. You just built this, you pumped so much air into this dude's balloon. That's why you saw, like Drew was saying, his sportsmanship. He just walked the fuck out. Bro, he knew he was not humble at all. He knew that, I'm just that dude. I'm just that dude. I'm 1,000-to-1 fucking favorite. You know, like, okay, and that means what? You still gotta fight that dude. And if he don't got respect for you, like Tio didn't have respect for him, that's exactly what happened, bro. He was chasing you down like a dog, bro. You was just running. You looked scared to death. And every time you got touched, your mouth was open wider and wider and wider, bro. You was just, I don't know if the spray tan you had for the weigh-in did something to your body. I don't know. But yo, you was just getting beat up, bro. Just, man, I feel bad for him, but I don't at the same time. But I feel bad for Vasily. I do, bro. Because they gassed this dude up from unnecessary hype on him that he wasn't putting on himself. Until it attached to him, and then he started believing his own hype, you know what I'm saying, drinking his own Kool-Aid, and his bubble burst. So in that respect, fuck him, but in the other respect, bro, he wasn't asking for any of that shit. They just gassed him up.
Man, I'm gonna tell you who I feel sorry for. All you people said his ass was ahead of Terence Crawford in that pound for pound list. What up now? That's who I feel sorry for. Y'all looking like idiots. Hey, Teddy Atlas, who sat right there in Andre Ward's face and Terence Crawford's face talking about how this dude, he didn't even get to 15 wins, man. He's 14-2. He's 14-2. What the fuck? I'm saying you've wasted all this fucking energy on this dude, man, and he never amounted to shit. More than he would have been if you wouldn't have done all that shit, man. Like, dude, you spent all this energy on Vasily Lomachenko trying to make this dude a star. He just figured out how to speak English like 3 weeks ago, and then he lost. But you guys didn't build up Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, I do believe he's in his 30 fights or something. What is he giving Top Rank? I know he's giving Top Rank. He didn't start with Top Rank originally, but I think he gave Top Rank like 30 fights. And guess what? He's going to beat Kell Brook. And he's still going to be around. But Vasily got fed, though. Vasily got fed to that boy. And we'll get onto that in a second. But let me get a couple super chats, but I think he got fed to him. And I've been saying that shit for months, that the time was right. Just like Gennady Golovkin. I think Gennady Golovkin was getting fed to Canelo. When the time got right, they made the fight. Once Vasily started looking like, once he got dropped by Linares and people started going the distance and there was no more Lomachenko. There's just an old guy whose eyes swell up, looking little in the ring. Y'all sold him. Because those scorecards, nah, dog. What were them scorecards? They were shit like 116, 112.
What was like one?
Maybe
119.
I'm about to read them. 116, 112, maybe. 119, 110, you're smoking. 119, 110, and 117, 111. You know what those scorecards tell me? That Teofimo Lopez didn't even need the last two rounds. He would have won. If Vasily Lomachenko would have won round 12 convincingly, and won round 11 convincingly, he still would have lost. Still would have lost.
Yeah, I had him winning 3 rounds, man. I had Vasil Lomachenko winning 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, like I said, I can see why somebody could say that's the 116, 112. I didn't see it like that. Way that I saw it was that Vasily Lomachenko won rounds 1 through 6. I thought Vasily might have won, or might even won 1 through 7. And then I think 8, 9, 10, or actually 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think Vasily won those. And then 11, I think it could have went either way. And 12, I think Lomachenko won. But honestly, if I go back and look at the fight, I might give fewer rounds to Lomachenko because I was buying in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm listening to what Lomachenko's I'm like, I don't want to seem too biased. You know, when you start giving motherfuckers all kind of rounds, you're like, damn, I don't want to be the only, I don't want to like give them every round. Like, I started thinking like that. So that's why I started clicking off some rounds for Vasily. But nah, he got his ass whooped that night, dog. I mean, Vasily got his ass whooped, and really, when he tried to press that gas, he had to just stop off because he was going to get knocked out. If that fight was 14 rounds, that dude goes to sleep. And if that shit was 13 rounds, he was going to sleep.
Yeah.
He just ain't big enough for the dude. Let me get through the super chats. I'll pass it to you, BFTB. Justin Stacy, Mr. Pedrazor said, watch Loma's loss be given a no contest 13-1-1 now because they got a cash cow now. They got a guy that is 24, that's 23, 24 years old. He's from New York. He does backflips and he's a knockout puncher. Now, Lomachenko, and they didn't give Lomachenko a rematch clause. So that right there tells you, they're not about to, they about to send his ass out to pasture. And I wouldn't be surprised if they fed Lomachenko to somebody else coming up, like Shakur. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he went down there to 130. If Shakur got, and they felt Shakur was right that they didn't feed Lomachenko to Shakur Stevenson. Nah, dog, he's getting sent to the glue factory, dog. They're gonna make that dude work, or he's gonna get up out of the sport. You're gonna see more ass wounds get put on Lomachenko, dog. I'm telling you, because he's now in his glue phase. He's now in his glue phase. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to do Manny Pacquiao. Once Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr., dude, Top Rank didn't push him like that anymore. They didn't push him like that. They refused to make big fights for him. They didn't take, you know what I mean? Nah, dog. They're now gonna get behind Teofimo Lopez, tell his story about him being undisputed, even though Teofimo Lopez himself knows he ain't undisputed. He may say it, but he knows that he ain't. My man Justin State to get my cash said Tank would have got Loma out of there in 3 or 4. No, I think it would have. I think the fight would have went the same way, the same way with Tank. What do you think? What do you think, Drew? How do you think Tank and Loma would have done? Tank would have done with Loma last night.
Tank would have knocked his ass out in by round 7, and that's the reason why I say round 7 is because Loma, he had on his track shoes from rounds 1 to 6, and his corner told him, "Yo, look, you got to get in there. You blowing it, kid. You got to get in there." And he did. And he got into the pocket. And if he got into the pocket with Tank, I think Tank's pocket work is very, very underrated. The way people talk reckless about him. And I think he'd have blasted his the left side of his ribs out the right side of his body and hit him on top of the damn temple and knock Loma the fuck out. That's what would have happened.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, hold on one second. I got to make a phone call. I'll be back. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, mute yourself for now. Yeah, Tank beats the shit out of Loma, man. Tank absolutely beats the shit out of Loma. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. That conversation, that debate on who wins, that shit is out of the window now. I don't want to hear anything else. That shit is done. Tank beats the shit out of Lomachenko. I don't want to hear nothing about age and he aged overnight because I know I'm going to read that somewhere. But I don't want to hear anything about that. What we saw was Lomachenko last night. That's what we saw. He went in there with a guy that cowboyed up to him. For him, yo, can we talk about Teofimo's underrated boxing skill in comparison to Lomachenko?
Yeah, knock yourself out. I'm about to do. I gotta get something done. Then I'll run through the super chats, and we got somebody who's gonna come on the show. Just give me 1 second. But yeah, go ahead, run with it.
Right. Yeah, the kid he was in there. He was in there move for move. Whatever Loma did, he counted it, man. I was impressed with the footwork. He wasn't following Loma. He was cutting the ring off in spots. Whenever Loma tried to dip in, when I say it's an amateur move. When I say it's an amateur move, I don't think I'm not trying to disrespect Loma. I'm just saying that the amateurs, they go off of a point system. You understand? So the way, if you notice the way Loma does when he gets into the pocket, he throws a bunch of punches and they land. Now, although when he did mix it up with Teofimo, he was landing. He barely. It wasn't as effective. It looked good. It scored. But Teo wasn't ever really hurt. Now, I wasn't listening to the commentary because I mute that shit. I was listening to brother KQKC. But, he has an amateur style when he gets in the pocket. He tap, 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 and he gets out. I also noticed that he would throw like 2 punches and get out the pocket because he knew what was coming back. That uppercut. At one point of the fight, he hit him with that uppercut like at the top of his chest, but it just missed his chin. And that was when he was rallying. That uppercut right there, that put Loma in a position where he said, you know what? If I get caught clean with this shit, I'm not going to wake up until Monday morning. So let me get back on my bike and make this work. You know what I mean? But Tank absolutely beats the shit out of Vasyl Lomachenko. And BFTB is absolutely right, man. The praise that he got, he ain't asked for that shit. It's just that these European fighters, these white fighters, they don't grow organically on us. Except the only white fighter that's growing organically on us is Caleb Plant.
No, they shove them down. They shove them down your throat. As a matter of fact, that top rank shoves fighters down your throat. Period. Like,
yeah, it's disgusting.
Shove them down your throat, and they tell you. Let me go through this super chats. We got Bill Haney has a link. He's gonna come in the show for a second, or because obviously it's Devin Haney is the WBC champion or one of the WBC champions, however they want that to go. But Bill Haney's gonna send him a link. He's gonna come on to the show. Let me run through these super chats, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And look, we got 1,437 people in here, man. Every one of y'all should be following me on Instagram, dog. Follow me on Instagram. That shit is fun. But also make sure you go to and subscribe to BFTB Boxing. And make sure you go to his show at 4:30 Monday through Friday to get some of the absolute best. People, what do you call it? Like somebody always says it to me. They're like, coming to your show for some edutainment. BFTB with that boxing edutainment. Yes, he will cuss you out, but you will walk out that mug understanding exactly who's ranked where for you know what I'm saying and what the system is. So make sure y'all show up to BFTB 4:30. On Monday through Friday. One of the best LDBC shows that there is. And my man, Drew Titan. Are you going on today, Drew Titan?
Yes, sir. 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Drew Titan.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir. So let me go through these, get the super chats. My man, Time Danny Up said, during the week when Aram came on Blue Blood show with Kurt Anderson, Aram did in fact repeat his stance that he don't believe in rematch clauses. Indeed, he did. Yeah, but the reason that I said the news didn't break on Blue Bloods because he had said it on IFL TV. And that, I always give credit to the source that I heard it from first, wherever that is. But on Blue Blood show, he damn sure did. Damn sure did bust out the fact that is not Deontay Wilder trying to get out this fight. So the fact that you guys are claiming that he did is just some straight up dishonest stuff. And that's some more of the dishonest stuff that was going on this weekend. Will y'all please stop lying on Deontay Wilder? Like you're
never gonna stop.
Will you stop lying on him? And Bob and that shit that what's his name did, Andre Ward, that hit job you did on him, Andre Ward, dog, that was just completely uncalled for. First of all, let me go through that for a second while we wait for Bill. And I'll actually go through the super chats. I'm sorry. And my man Rock One said they overhyped him. 16 fights, 2 losses, and they would not shut up about the medals. It wasn't lost on me. Most amateurs are high school kids. Exactly, dude. I mean, dog, look, man, his career is excellent, but just to let you know, he's the same age as Terrence Crawford. He won his championship the same time. He's the same age as Terrence Crawford, roughly. And he won his championship at the same age and around the same time that Terrence Crawford did. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about how long Terrence Crawford has been a pro and how long Vasily has been a pro, you'd be like, well, damn, Vasily just started at the front, but he was doing something for those 4 years. What was Terrence Crawford doing? He was fighting professionals with no headgear all over the country. Vasily was in fighting 3-rounders with headgear and shirts on. And you guys give more credit to what he did with headgear and shirts on than you give Terrence Crawford what he did in professional fights. Do you realize that Vasily Lomachenko, that Gervonta Davis right now is younger than Vasily Lomachenko was when Vasily Lomachenko lost Orlando Salido? Teofimo Lopez is several years younger than Vasily Lomachenko is when he beat Vasily Lomachenko. How old is Teofimo Lopez? Isn't he like 22?
22, 23?
Yeah, he's 22. Dude, he just beat Vasily Lomachenko at the same age when Vasily Lomachenko who had just won his first Olympic gold medal. Why would you give it? So there's a guy, so just get this right. There's a guy out there, right? What Olympic year are we on? There's a 2012, 16, 20. This is supposed to be a Olympic year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so assume that there's a guy, right, that they have the Olympics and a guy wins an Olympic gold medal, right? This guy, and he stays another 4 years. And then he wins 2 Olympic gold medals and he turns pro like Lomachenko did. Do you know who he would have missed? Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and all those other guys he would have never had to fight.
Wow.
You get me, BFTB?
Yeah.
That's the optical illusion they ran with guys, these Eastern Europeans that don't turn pro until they're 26, 27 years old. And then you act like they did it fast. It's like, dude, you 20s. If somebody took 2 years to get out of high school, but they did it when they were 40, would you be impressed?
No.
Hell no, you wouldn't be impressed, man. Oh, let me go through these super chats though. I know because I know BFTB want to cook, man. A condo, Sammy Hassan said ESPN only showed Loma's highlights. T.O. still beat his ass. Ward's card with some company man ish. Yes, sir. Bradley had the balls to pick T.O. Yeah, I mean, I think they might have allowed Bradley to be himself that day. That's what it seemed like. Go ahead, you can take Teofimo's side today. We don't mind you doing that, but I am happy for Teofimo Lopez, no doubt about it. Matthew Valentine said Teo is part Afro-Honduran. Facts. Please don't say that, because then we're going to have to get into what his daddy said and whether he could say that or not say that and all of that. You know what I mean? That's too much drama for today. And then I think, am I caught up on the super chats? No, I am not. But I will. Oh, here you go. I'll go Instagram scalpist. Take out the angle and Loma becomes average. I believe this. Loma was always going to lose to Teofimo. Not always. Tank and Devin. By the way, check out my hair tattoos, Scalpist on Instagram. Yes, sir. And follow me on Instagram. Drew is back in the building. What's your take on that? On what Scalpist said? And whatever else you want to talk about, BFTB. I know you want to cook, so feel free to let it fly for a little while.
Yeah, man, this is Lomachenko's an average fighter. Let's just be real with the whole situation. He is an average fighter. All right, I get the amateur stuff, that you was talking with it. I get all that. The man is average. He was fighting fighters who were far less than what he was, so they made him look like something that he is not. And I can tell you that's what he is, because if he was something else, then he would have shown it. At this level in his career, there is no need for his plan to take T.O. to the deep waters and drown him. To the deep waters for what? You're a better fighter with footwork, speed, combinations, and angles. Just go beat him up. That's why you were such a favorite, bro. Lomachenko is an average fighter that was fighting subpar competition or people who came in there already scared of him. They were already scared. They were coming in there just looking for a payday to get out. Yeah, they had the pump them up to the absolute highest of the levels, He's just an average fighter, bro. He's a good fighter. He's not a bum. He's not trash, but he's just an average fighter. That's it, bro. He's just average. Teofimo Lopez had a harder fight against that tall Asian dude than he did against Lomachenko. That was a tougher fight against that taller Asian. That taller Asian dude, everybody's talking about, oh, he don't got a chance against Richard Comey. I didn't forget this. He don't got a chance. I watched that. Richard Comey is going to knock him out, blah, blah, blah. And then after he beats Comey, it's like, oh, well, you know, he's so young and biased. No, bro. Theo is a good fighter. Vasyl Lomachenko is an average fighter. There is a reason, because it ain't the bread. There's a reason why Teo went the Vasyl Lomachenko route and not the Devin Haney route, which he could have went. Because Devin would have beat him up, bro. He would have beat him up because Devin is an A-class fighter. Teo is an A-B class fighter. That's no hate, no shade. That's just what it is. And Vasyl Lomachenko is a C-class fighter, and he's always been. He's always been that, bro. You're doing all this touching of the wall with these little dots and bro, all that shit looks great, bro. That'd be like me debating a kindergartner. I would look, bro, if all I did was debate kindergartners all day, I'd look like Albert Einstein and Jesus H. Christ blended. Bro, I would annihilate people. I would just annihilate them all day. And then I sit in the room with someone like the GOAT. Then me and Fannon sit in the room and start debating. Bro, you're going to see two class debating, and he might embarrass me because all I'm doing is fucking with little ass kids. I'm debating this guy, debating this little kindergartner. No, get out of here, bro. This is the reason. Trill Bill in the building, but this is the reason.
Keep cooking, brother, because you know when you're talking, I'm listening.
I'm just saying, Trill, this is the reason why Lomachenko went the route he went, bro. It's the reason why he could have picked any fighter he wanted. Don't get it twisted. Lomachenko could have picked anybody he wanted. He picked Teofimo Lopez. That is of this new crop. He had to fight somebody. He had to fight one of them. That right there, Teofimo Lopez was the easiest route that he could have took to get what he wanted. That's why they maneuvered all that nonsense. And bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, if he would have fought Devin last night, he gets put to sleep early.
Yes, sir. Perfect segue, BFTB. Perfect segue.
Been horrible.
Perfect segue to my man Trill Bill in the building. What's going on, Bill Haney?
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you for you know what I mean, BFTB and Drew. You know, thank you guys for having me. You know, and shout out to everybody in the chat. You know, it was a wonderful night of boxing. You know what I mean, and always, like I say, is you know, when it's the time for great fighters to get together, then it's time. And it sets up an opportunity for a special fighter to step up, you know, and, you know, Teo did just what him and Devin knew what was on the horizon. It was all of a matter of who was going to get to him first. You know what I mean? And Teo said, you know, and he wisecracked and popped slick, you know, about how he was going to maneuver politically. You know, and to get to Lomachenko. And, you know, Dev said, okay, well, we're going to go this WBC and we're going to go over here and we're going to do this thing with, you know, DAZN and Eddie and, you know what I mean? And it was under our anticipation that, you know, we would have had enough to entice to make the thing happen as well. But make no mistake about it, Teo definitely went the easier route to him. And Loma, when you talk about being a franchise champion, Loma or Teo, whenever they're ready, they can challenge. They become the mandatory for the WBC World Lightweight title. That carries all the mandatories and all the smoke, you know. So it's just like the Charlo brother, who went down there a few weeks ago and put on a hell of a performance on pay-per-view. And he wants all the smoke. When you talk about picking and dodging and ducking and playing and capping and all that, you know what I mean? You know, everybody know we're notorious. We're gonna pull up. So to the Lopez family, you know what franchise means? That means that you're able to challenge at any given time. So it's not about when and who. You're a franchise. You're a WBC franchise. If you want that other piece to the puzzle, we here. You know, we've been wanting to get it on with Tio since the WBC tournament. So Mauricio Suleiman knows that, you know, we've been about that action. You know, so when he said that he had a belt sent over and it was a franchise belt, definitely. But it's no way for us to challenge for a franchise belt, because what they said is franchise belts can't be challenged, but they can't be petitioned. So that means that we petition to be a franchise champion and fight for that. And I don't know what we do with our belt, because franchise champions are different champions. They're different. I mean, it's only two of them. Well, three of them now. Canelo. Well, two. Well, yes, two now. Right, because Lomachenko is no longer franchise, so it's two of them. You see what I'm saying? So we good with the belt that we got, because Ryan Garcia, when he finishes, this is, you know, that's a potential fight. Teofimo Lopez and them, that's a potential fight if they want to get it on. Of course, remember, when you're a champion, you get challenged. How can you challenge? How can we challenge Ryan Garcia? How can we challenge Teofimo Lopez? We didn't challenge everybody that we can challenge. We didn't did everything that we can do. We didn't had every belt. So they can come on with the bullshit. You know what I mean? You know what franchise means. That means that when they're ready, like they said, they can challenge to make the big fights. Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor is already tied up, my man. You know what I'm saying? But on November 7th, we got a hell of a fight ahead of us. Yeah, Yorkias Gamboa, who stepped up to the challenge with Devin. You know, and we getting down in Miami, Florida, November the 7th. And, you know, we want all the smoke. We're going to make this thing happen. And you know what I'm saying? And as a coach, I'm very confident. As a father, I'm very confident. As a president of this company, I'm very confident. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be playing and holding y'all up. You know what I'm saying? With that bullshit and all that old politics. We definitely wanted that fight. We want all those belts. You know what I mean? And if we could have it our way, it would be, but we're contracted to fight Gamboa. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to hold y'all up and play with the Gamboa shit. We're going to go handle that business with him. And come on, T.O. Come on, man. Challenge us. This shit ain't no game. You know what I mean? But one thing that I do know is that Fred, you know what I mean, over there at that barbershop, was at the fight and saw where we caught them slipping. They talking shit. They was talking about, the sparring and all that. We caught them slipping there, and Devin and him had a conversation. Teofimo's dad was there. I was there. And Teofimo and Devin had a conversation it wasn't live. It was Fred taping taping them. It started out with an interview with Tio, and then Devin walked up, and Fred said, "Okay, well, here comes Devin," and Devin told him then. So people need to go back and look at that and see. He told him then he wanted to fight.
He ain't got nowhere to go because, like you said, 140 is locked up. What's your thoughts on the fight last night, man? Like, is that how you thought the fight was going to go last night?
Absolutely, it's a changing of the guard. It's it's the new fighters, the new generation. And I couldn't be more excited about boxing and about Devin being involved in it. We got some hell of a talented fighters over here. We got Amari Jones, who's an amateur, who's about to turn. He's about to turn pro and make his pro debut. We also got Darren Cunningham, 11-0, that's going to be fighting on November the 7th. So, it's just a changing of the guards, Fannon. I'm excited to see a lot of these young kids, their fathers. Of course, I know the Lopez family. We were all in amateurs together. I know Tio's dad, so I'm happy for them. We would have liked, like I said, because Loma was kind of somewhat initiating that once he finished with Tio, that he would quite possibly fight Devin. But you know what I mean? We're happy with what Tio said. He said that he was interested in the fight, being an email champion or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll take it.
Yeah, that's a huge fight now, man. That's a big fight for Devin, man. And
absolutely.
I certainly hope these guys. I certainly hope they take it, man. I think that
gotta
Lopez
challenge us.
seems like he's a prideful guy. Tito seem like he's not. You know, he don't seem like he's the type of person to play around. And y'all both got that. If Gervonta's staying at 135, you guys both got that. You know, that type of thing, which makes money for everybody. How do you see the lightweight division playing out going forward, man?
Oh man, it's exciting right now. It's hot. You know, those fights. You know, it's so many different fights that can happen that, you know what I mean? If Tio waits around, then, you know, like I say, we got the lightweight world title. He has a pass card to fight us, to challenge us if and when he wants it. You know what I mean? Just like Loma. Loma vacated the belt to get a status that said if he ever wanted to be the mandatory, then he can come back and do it. Teofimo, before the fight, he petitioned to Mauricio and said, if I win, if I beat him, will I become the franchise champion too? Mauricio said, yes, you can become the franchise champion because it would warrant you beating that caliber opponent, right? Now, for us, I don't want to petition him to be a franchise champion. I want him to be the world champion, period. And that's what it is. If they want that other piece to this puzzle, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Devin is the WBC World Lightweight Champion, not the franchise champion. Period.
Yes, sir. Let me run through some of these super chats, man. And I got it because I'm really running behind them. Bo One said, "Can I say it? 2 young undefeated Lions for everything. Let's go." Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's a huge fight, too, man. That's a huge fight. It just became because, man, I thought it's a shame that Devin didn't get a chance to do that first because I felt like that shit might have been an easier fight for Devin last night.
Well, that's what the franchise, if he's saying he's the franchise champion, then now it's undeniable that the biggest fight for him to make happen for all the belts, the new belt and the 4 original belts, the 4 belts have been around forever, right? 1 that Devin has, 3 that he has, and the new franchise belt. Then it's for all of them.
Yes, sir. Hey, Stick Talk Boxing said, "Tell Bill I love everything he's doing, but him and man, y'all trying to start shit. Him and Batman gotta get in the ring back and forth. You see it?
Yeah, no, Batman is my guy, and that's all that thing came to pass. You know what I'm saying? We together, brother. You know what I'm saying? Me and Batman is good.
That's past. Hey, my man True Benjamin said, "Man, the WBC said y'all ain't nothing." No, he didn't. He says the WBC said that the championship belt is the franchise belt. That's what they said. They didn't say Devin Haney ain't nothing. He said
the 4 belts.
They never
4 belts. Now let me explain something to you about that too. The difference between print and the difference between what a commentator might say. You know, we might have a problem with a particular commentator that says something on a particular network. It's different than a network that actually prints something that lasts forever, that they actually engage. Network guys, reporters on networks, we see them say things, you know, CNN, Fox, we see them say shit all the time that's not true every day. You know what I'm saying? So I treated it as such, you know what I mean? Just on a sports platform where we'll see a motherfucker say, because if you watch CNN and then you watch Fox or MSNBC or you'll watch a direct contradiction, and it almost would be like a blatant lie. One station is saying this and one station is saying that. You know, the way in which they described it and described the event was no more than stellar, considering that Bob is a world. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame promoter and Hall of Fame bullshitter as well. So the way that he put it together and then spent it with it being a 4 belt, and then the other guys testatory, and you know, them guys is broke as a motherfucker. They ain't got no money for me to sue. ESPN, the network, when you talk about suing the actual network, then it's what did they do wrong? Oh, testatory because he said this or because he said that. I mean, you know, you get people, you report it, you can push a paper on a reporter and that doesn't go anywhere. You push a paper on a network is something different, you know. And the actual ESPN was never printing undisputed that I knew of, that I was seeing. It was always like this 4-belt shit, and then these puppets showed up like they don't have no sense, saying just crazy shit that anybody can say because it's live television.
Right. Wow. Yes, man. I don't see that thing is. Hey, but let me get a couple questions from the panel. You got any questions you want to ask Bill, BFTB, or Drew?
Nah, I'm just listening to the guy cook. A lot of the stuff that he was saying, I pretty much already know. Because I dive into it. So all he did was solidify me. So I one part I do disagree with him with is the Devin Haney Teal. Teal does not want to fight him. I don't. Maybe you're saying that because you're looking for the fight or something like that. So I don't want to know your motives. But I know what I saw. I know what I saw when I saw Teofimo and Devin Haney in the same room. I'm not dumb. I know what I saw. Teofimo does not want to fight him. I don't give a fuck what the comments say or anybody else. Y'all can ride on it, whatever high y'all want to ride on with what just happened last night with Lomachenko. And but I know what I saw when they was in the same room. When Devin was like, well, let's fight now, and he was talking about we can fight later. Like now, you're not gonna tell me that, bro. You're not gonna tell me. You're not just gonna glaze over that as if that didn't happen. And I get it. Like I said, I know you want to speak a certain way to get that fight and everything, but Teal does not want to fight him. Now, if that fucks something up, then my bad. But hey, man, telling me that Teal wants to fight, then I'm supposed to just sit here and be like, yeah, that's right, Trail Bell. Yeah, Teal does not want that at all. He does not want to fight
Teal, the franchise. You're absolutely right. Because
he may have the franchise all he wants, and he's gonna keep the franchise if it comes to Devin. He's not trying to fight that dude. I don't care what you say. They'll fight each other maybe at 140. They're not fighting 35. It ain't happening.
Hey, Bill.
No, I mean it's just part of me being optimistic about it. Part of me being that hopefully he saw what he improved in the ring and they improved as a team, and now they looking at it and from a different a different light. They now have that one key that says, okay, I don't give a fuck if Devin Haney is that big, I got the key to go in there and fight him, right? Because they can challenge like whoever Fortuna and Linares, their outcome, Campbell and Garcia's outcome, his franchise belt trumps all that. He can become Devin's mandatory now. You know what I'm saying? He could that's what he could say. He could call Mauricio, and then Mauricio sends me a text and says, hey, listen, stop ranting and raving, stop doing all the shit. Listen, we got the fight. You got the fucking fight for everything. You know what I mean? Like if I get a text right now, you know what I mean? From them or someone from them saying that's the fight that they want to make happen. They have the key. We don't have the key. We had the key when we challenged Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko dropped the belt. He dropped the belt and then became franchise champion, right? So once you become the franchise champion, you can't be challenged.
Well, like I said earlier, Bill, I said earlier in the beginning of the show, the question is now, does he show that he's about that life, or does he become a businessman at this point? Does he protect what he has, or does he jump right into the fire and defend it?
I don't know, but we have to be in a position where we have something to give a Gervonta Davis, something to give a Ryan Garcia, something to give a Javier Fortuna Linares winner, something to give Gamboa, meaning the world title. You see what I mean? That's
you said the Javier Fortuna Linares winner.
Yeah.
Russell.
No, I don't think Russell is fighting Fortuna. Fortuna and Linares is being ordered to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
What?
That's what I heard. That for the two mandatories. The two mandatories, because with the BC you get the mandatories. You have two mandatories, right? We got two mandatories coming up. Not one, but two.
Damn.
Right?
Jesus.
Because that's what if you win a vacant belt, then you have 6 months to defend, and you got 2 mandatories. If you win it in the ring, then you got 1 mandatory, and you got 12 months to defend. That's why the 6 months had came up so fast when Devin's shoulder popped out, and then so they looked in the rule books and they said, "Oh, he's hurt. Let's now challenge him." And the mom, no, for real spit. You got to know these books. For not know that it's all in the fucking book. They look in the rule book like anybody can, and they just find the shit. And so they challenged him, and the fight was going to go on because we didn't have time. But then when the pandemic came in and their fight got canceled, then it was enough time. So Devin said that he's in position and he's back from surgery, and he will fight Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna, or anybody for the belt. The motherfuckers left again. And then that's why he was reinstated. And they're like, "Oh, you got an email twice." No, we didn't get a fucking email. We got hurt. And they took the belt because it was 6 months, right? So guess what? The WBC said, "Listen, no one will fight you. So guess what? You can have involuntary defense. You can just pick whoever you want to pick, right?" We said, well, damn, if we don't have nobody that's going to challenge us, right? And now with Teofimo having the franchise belt, that's what we say is, damn, are you going to challenge us or what? Teo, you don't got the fucking belt. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ryan, them, nobody can win that fucking belt. So knock it off. They can't win the green belt that everybody been growing up since kids wanting to get. Devin has that, you know? So with that comes potential fights. That's why anybody that's wanting to fight really wants to have that belt. Charlo, Haney, you know what I'm saying? They want that belt because they want the smoke. You want the action. You want to make the money, you know? So we're like, okay, Tio, all right, smart guy, where are you going to go now? Huh? Who are you going to fight? Who's next?
Nobody.
So, yeah. So while he's talking about Gamboa, like, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? At this level of play, you know, let's not start talking about people being bad. I talk about all these guys being great. Gary Russell is great. Lomachenko is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about them all being great. And then you got great, and then you got special. There's just something just special about the great. You know what I'm saying? This crop of kids are special, man. Teofimo, Shakur, Devin, you know what I'm saying?
Throw Ennis in there.
Definitely Ennis and his dad. You know what I'm saying? His dad over there, they doing a wonderful job. They're friends of mine. You know, yeah. So yeah, I'm a big fan of their game, and you know, it's so many of them though. It's more than just Ennis, and I'm like, I start drawing a blank, and they like, man, B, you know, you tripping, man. You know, it's a bunch of us, but because I was on that circuit with Dev, and that whole crop was just a whole different. It was just some different shit, man.
Yeah, they got a lot of dudes, man. Hey, look, Bill, I'm not gonna hold you. Is there anything else you want to get into? I'm gonna read some of these Superman. I think there's
shit
like this shit, like Roxy trying to make you look bad. Roxy trying to get you in trouble, Bill.
Here goes some real smoke right here, man. Jesus. Woo! My homeboy. That's my homeboy too. We right there from that Oakland, man. You know what I'm saying? We come up, you know, and shit, man. It is what it is, you know. You know, he got an agenda. He got to stay on course. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we gonna stay on course as well.
Pretty much, man. Just like I just called it a company man, Doug, because you know he just the stuff he was saying yesterday. You know, it's just written. You know what I'm saying?
I swear I was like hoping the homeboy. I'm like, golly, dog, just say something though. But you know what though, Tio, that's why I told you, I was one to say it first, right? When we got to talking, the dad is talking, I'm talking, the Devin, you know, Tio, then Gary Russell, he talking, and then his Batman is talking. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know what I'm saying? The fighter can make the fights happen that they want to make happen, just like I said before. And, you know, and if Tio wants to make this fight happen, shit, you know, you just said you the king of boxing, so what you mean? What you mean? So what can we do? What can we do different? Mr. Lopez.
Matthew Valentine says, Bill, please don't forget Bob Top Rank determines who Tio fights.
No.
Keep it official.
No. That day is over with social media and with Fred pulling up with that barbershop and catching. See, Fred be on top of it. Fred called Tio and Devin together and caught the energy and told them, you know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all gonna make this thing happen? Tio was the one saying he gonna make it happen in a couple years. You know, Tio got the belt now. You know why? So when do you take charge of your career, Mr. Valentine? When? He's young and he earned it. The Lopez family earned it. They did a wonderful, wonderful job, man.
Stick Talk Boxing said, in all honesty, Brother Bill, I know Devin is in shape year-round. When do you say the Ducks and take over 140? When do you take over 140? I think that's what Stick Talk said.
Man, yesterday I wouldn't have dared talked about 140. You know what I mean? Obviously, Teofimo is driving the 140 talk right now because I don't think it's a whole lot of opportunities for big fights that aren't already made up there at 140. So, you know, we're looking to finish this breakfast at 135 and see what the unified champ has to say.
Yes, sir. My man Big One said, big ups to T.O. He's unified, but not undisputed. Nah, he's not, because a whole bunch of people are going to dispute it.
Absolutely.
You know like, when you got...
See, that's one sharp thing about you. Exactly. And I always love and respect you. Even if I'm, you know, it's like fuck going to an attorney. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the attorney, you're not always happy with what the fuck he says. You did, you know, but you have to understand you want life to be perfect, and you want your attorney to say everything you fucking want to hear. And that's not the job of an attorney. His job is to advise you and to tell you what's going on, you know. And the word actually undisputed, and they had a party. It's like having a party, you know, you set out for the party and, you know, everybody came out, the cars, everybody. Okay, so the party is over with. So you said undisputed. So what does that mean? Because it's being disputed. It's another fighter and it's another fans, another group of people to say that they don't believe you. So then what do you do then? Because it's just a word. You didn't win more money with the word because and if they want to now add the belt in and the people want to add the new belt, the franchise belt, then now it becomes undisputed with all 5 belts. But you can't take out the 1 belt and then say it's undisputed, and the last undisputed champion didn't have that franchise belt. So you can't have 2 of them.
Pretty much. It's tough. It's tough to do that, man. What does that say about Gary Russell Jr., dog? It says that we ain't talking about him in this motherfucking chat. Excuse my language, dog. Like, it ain't happening today. Don't try to drag me there with my brother. We talk about Yuriokas Gamboa. We about to watch this spectacular fight on the zone with Yuriokas Gamboa. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes,
Devin is 7. I'm saying it now.
I know you've been saying that, brother. You've been saying
Devin
that.
is 7.
7 rounds.
Yep.
Nah, bro. I'm giving him about 4 to 5, bro. 7 rounds. I don't think. Nah, bro. I don't see that. I don't see that, bro. I see Devin. And I don't even know. It might not go that far. Gamboa, bro. He's trying to live off his athleticism, bro. He's gonna get cracked and hurt bad early. Don't be surprised if it goes 4 rounds, bro. Okay, if we say 7, all right. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see that at all.
I'll take a win any way it goes. I think because
there we go. There we go. I appreciate hearing both perspectives. You know, a win is a win. You know, and you know it was real eerie to see Gamboa taking so long, because we come from the school of Floyd where you do process the information, you download it, and you know what I mean. But it's you know, that was just too long. He started in like the 7th or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, we want to go into it and we want to have respect for Gamboa and respect for what he's been doing and see what everything looks like, you know. and then, you know, and then attack in the places that we need to attack in, you know, and show the patience. And one thing that I say is the difference between what they call a knockout artist, a real killer, and the difference between a tactician, a real technician like Devin, a pure boxer, Devin, the Shakurs and all that, is that they relax in there. They relax. They put on a show. They give it to you. They get in there. They're not, you can't scare them out the ring. You ain't, you know, they're not doing what Loma necessarily was doing, was, you know, running. Yes. You know what I mean? No, it's a different. It's a difference. And we stay true to that, you know. We stay true to being the kind of fighter that, okay, you guys said how tough Tio is. Well, watch when we put him in a cage. Watch when we don't let him do shit. Yeah, because that's what happened when we, no, but I ain't gonna talk about all that. But we ready. You know what I mean? And everything that you done seen him do to people and everything that you happy about him, when we get through with Mr. Gamboa, you know, we can show you what's happening with Tio.
Man, that's a big fight, man. Like, I don't understand why Tio, like, that is a big fight, man. That's the fight that needs to happen in 135. I'm pretty sure. I think that clears out, like with Lomachenko, him beating Lomachenko. Yeah, that's the only fight that there's left to be.
He looked so good. He looked so good. I don't know how he would say if he can beat somebody and it's more millions right there with Devin. How? See, that's what starts. It starts when you start talking too much and you really be, you know, you start waking us up, because we like, okay, you just knocked off him. You got all the money that you got, and you can get some more money. And you talking about you gonna go up to 140 and ain't nobody there. Man, keep talking. I'm telling you, all he got to do is keep talking. We just keep listening. You know what I mean? We listen to what people say, what they don't say, and what they never will say.
Yes, sir. Man, I just missed that without reading it, man. My man, Mr. Mechanical, said Trill Bill speaking laws today. Yeah, man, he's in his element. He knows that boxing. Who would have known a cat that got a world championship son knows what the fuck he talking about? You know what I mean? Natasha Bass said, Bill, I felt like they just kept repeating undisputed, undisputed, undisputed. I'm like, who they trying to convince? Hey,
I don't know, but I know when I come to watch my news, like I said, I'm watching Fannon, BF, you know, I'm watching Black, I'm watching Trill, you know, I'm watching everybody, you know, and that's the new way of getting your news, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch it from that's old media. That's how they gonna get down. That's no different than Fox. That's no different than CNN. That's no different than, and they were speaking to their fans that aren't, like I said before, and I tried to tell people, I said, fans that are on YouTube are more, they have a different intellect because they're looking for the truth versus just sitting on the couch with the TV and just, you know what I mean? So I just, you know what I mean? The days of them getting away with it is over with. The days of doing my dear friend Mike McCallum, you know, the way that they did him and the stories that he describes, I won't let it happen to death. I won't let them happen, because I'm gonna come and tell y'all I'm gonna let y'all know the business. I'm gonna let y'all know what's happening and let you see that the franchise ain't shit. It ain't shit. I mean, you know what I mean? What is it? What does it do? What does the franchise do other than give you the opportunity to come back and be the mandatory? That's all the franchise means.
Yep.
That you can then fight for, and then you can petition to fight him to come back to be Devin's mandatory. Swear to God, on God. That's what the rule books, you know, and then that's what they tell us is they say, why do you feel the way that you feel when Devin made more money than T.O.? He's the world champion, right? Why are you know, what's the name? And I'm like, it's just, it doesn't sit necessarily well with me with not telling the people. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel, you know what I mean, kind of about losing my position because I tell so much. You know what I'm saying? But also I know that, motherfucker, if you try to get me out of here behind me telling the truth, it's gonna be a problem.
So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Bill, let me ask you a question, Bill.
Yes.
Right now, as it stands right now, with the atmosphere being what it is, where do you think Loma goes right now?
I think Loma probably goes down somewhere, and maybe for even a Shakur at 30, somebody over there, he's going to be somebody for top rank for sure, because we don't need him, I mean, the thing is already set up with
Tio.
Yeah, the shit is set up for Tio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even with everything that they did, with everything that they've done, you know what I'm saying? He's no bigger star than Devin or Tank Davis. So and I knew that, and I said, okay, well, you can play all the politics, you can do all the shit that you want to do, but the real hardcore boxing fans gonna know if you the truth, then you're gonna go give them you're gonna give them that fight that they want, you and Devin.
Yes, sir. But hey, man, is there anything else you want to say? Because we're gonna go in the last part of the section show. We're gonna be talking about Vasily Lomachenko real bad.
Hey, listen. All right, let me get.
I don't want to put that on your head.
Yes, sir. Because like, let me get out the way, man. I already
know what I'm
saying. Hey, but we definitely appreciate you, Fannon. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
man.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate you this morning, brother. And if we can make the fight happen, man, we're gonna make it happen. But November the 7th is the business that we have at hand, and we're not gonna lose focus on Ururkius Gamboa and the challenge that he brings for the WBC World Lightweight title. And it'll be on DAZN. It's for $20, with my people. I don't ask for much, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna give you fireworks. We're gonna come back, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later from that. You got, Danny Jacobs and Rosado and a grudge match, so, and a bunch of other UFC fights. So, I just, like I say, I always wanted to give my people something, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you a hell of a month of November.
Yes, sir. And I paid my $25 or whatever it is for DAZN. I will be watching the fight.
Brother. Hey, thank you, brother. I know that.
Yo, Bill, before you go,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
I was so amped last night. My gym 24 hours. I go to the gym last night, right? Right. So I go to the gym, right? I do my set, right? I'm leaving the gym. I fall down the stairs, right?
What?
I mean, head first, fell right down the stairs.
No, bro.
Nah, that shit was hilarious. I got up though. You know why I got up?
Why?
I'm on that snack. I'm on that snack.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, I'm telling you, that snack, boy. I mean, it's not just for the young athletes. I had started messing around and using, and I'm like putting all my friends on it that's working out. It works, brother. It works. It gets you going, and they got the recovery, the little recovery drink, and you know what I mean. It's just good, man. So anybody that that's friends of ours, friends of snacks, man. We send you over a snack athlete pack.
Diggity doubt. Good looking, family. Yes.
Hey,
all right, big trip.
BFTB, let me know if you need it. And for non, you let me know if you need it too. I sent Fred a pack, but Fred ain't taking it right now. That's why he got the big sweatshirts on. He's about 15 pounds overweight. He's about 15 pounds overweight right now. I sent him the snack pack, and we're going to get Fred together. I love you, brothers. Thank you, man.
Hey, I'm already telling you what. Hey, I just want an autograph picture from the champ. I'm old.
Got that.
I just want to. I see the shit right there. That's my shit. Actually, the shit's over there. It should have Devin. It should have Devin right there. I'm working on my stuff, man.
Like the youngsters say less. Send me the address.
That's what's up. We talk real bad about Lomachenko right now, dog. We're gonna get off the hook. So we ain't gonna put you on the hook.
Blessings on top of blessings to all you good people, man. Stay strong until we talk again. Thank
you.
All right, peace.
All right,
man. Always fun, man. Trill Bill. All right, fuck. Vasily Lomachenko's a hype job, dog. Let's go at it. Okay. I'm waiting all day to say it. In the last part of this fucking show, dog, we about to let it be known. Bill didn't just jump back in here, did he? No, Bill came in and out. All right, man. We'll start off with Drew Titan.
Yep.
Been saying for what the whole chat, they've been like, can we get to talk about this motherfucking Vasily Lomachenko? And ding dong, the hype job is dead. He's gone. Ain't no more shit talking about that. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, man. Now we can let go. We can now be ourselves and let
shout out to the late Tommy Morrison. You know why I'm shouting him out right now? I'm shouting out Tommy Morrison because when they openly tried to pin that great white hype on him, he refused to take it. He said, no, thank you. I want to bring it up from the mud. And I respect him for that. Vasily Lomachenko didn't ask for the praise, but he didn't denounce it either. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. I mean, he don't speak good English, but he understands where he is. He understands what soil he's fighting on. He ain't fighting over there. He's fighting over here. And he understands what's happening. And the praise didn't match the record. And you see, I don't hate him at all. But don't try. You know what it is? Him, Gennady Golovkin, all these European dudes, don't try and force this shit on me. That's where I feel violated. Don't try and tell me that you haven't seen anything like this since Muhammad Ali. Like we didn't see Pernell Whitaker, like we didn't see Floyd Mayweather, like we didn't see any fucking body. Floyd Mayweather, anybody. Don't force feed me this shit. Is the guy good? Yes. Is he great? I'm gonna say no. You lost your second pro fight. You better than Ali. Do you understand Ali beating up Sonny Liston twice in that atmosphere, in that era? That was huge. But you're going to tell me that a guy who lost to an Uber driver who steals beer out of Walmart, you're going to tell me that guy who lost to that guy is better than Muhammad Ali? Please get the fuck away from me with that shit. Stop it. All right? Don't make, you know what it is? These people make you dislike him. And I don't know Loma as a person. He's just a fighter. You know what I mean? To me, he's just a fighter. But don't force feed me the bullshit. Stop it. I'm tired of that shit. But I always say this. Time reveals all truth. And if you didn't get it after the second fight, you got it last night. You got it last night. Well, it was only his first loss, wasn't it?
Hold on 1 second. I was waiting on you, Sim DeBarber. Why is he a hype job now? You picked Lomachenko last night. Excuse me. I did not pick Lomachenko last night. Let me show you who I picked last night. Thank you very much. And that's I only cut you off, dog, because I'm about to step out for a second, and I know I'm gonna let you two get to murdering. Okay. And if there was a third person that was wanting to get on the channel, I would let you get on and toast his ass too. Because, dog, for real, we've been having this Lomachenko shit being thrown at us ever since Chocolatito. It's fucking Chocolatito 2.0, dog. I was happy when Tito, and this is better than Chocolatito. But let me show you something real quick, Sim DeBarber, so you can shut your ass the entire fuck up, okay? Because you're gonna say, because I know you watched my video. In my video, I said, man, I got this feeling that Vasily Lomachenko is going to knock this dude out in the 10th round. It's killing me. It's killing me because everything else tells me Vasily Lomachenko wins this. I mean, Teofimo Lopez wins this fight because it's time to sell. All of that, right? But guess what I did right before the fight started? I did this. See that right there? Mr. You talk shit. I did this. I took this clip so I could rub it in your face when you said that I picked Lomachenko. Well, if I pick Lomachenko, then why? And Drew, can you read this for me?
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Do you see it?
It says.
What does that say right there?
Pull it in a little further. My eyes are getting bad.
It says Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez for the win.
For the win. And it says right here, the money I got off that hype job losing. Okay? See this $700, see this roughly $700 or whatever this shit this is? I got that because he got his ass whooped, boy. Got his ass whooped, boy. And I'm more than happy that he got his ass whooped. And I thought to myself, and this is why I won that money. Because I did not go with what I thought Vasily Lomachenko was capable of doing. I went with Bob Arum is a dirty motherfucker. So I was like, Vasily could get him in the 10th or 11th round because I know he's going to start pressing on him. And that's what happened. Didn't he start pressing on him in the 8th, 9th, and 10th round?
Yep.
Start really going at him. And the 10th round is when I thought, man, he could get him. But at the last moment, I was like, no. Bob Arum is in this. Bob Arum is a cheater. Bob Arum is not going to throw Teofimo Lopez away. He is going to get Teofimo Lopez this fight so he can have an undisputed 23-year-old champion versus an old, raggedy, cut-up, ass, overhyped dude that ain't never sold in Vasily Lomachenko. But like I said, now it's time to start lighting off on people because, the big dog left the room. Bill cannot be held responsible for anything I say here forward. But go ahead and continue to cook, Drew and BFTB, man. I'll be back if you can moderate and lead the conversation. And make sure you guys, please, because you ain't hitting the like button. Okay, I see you out here with your whack asses not hitting the like button. We've had almost 2,000 people in here, man, and there's only 700 likes in the place. All right, so y'all are listening, but you're not participating. Okay, so participate, hit the like, subscribe to BFTB, tune into his live streams Monday through Friday at 4:30. Subscribe to my man Drew Titan, who gives excellent work. And I know you guys are subscribed to me, but I'm hurting on Instagram. I'm an Instagram bum. I only have 400 followers on Instagram, and I'm returning everybody's message. Okay, when I get to 1,000 on Instagram, I'm making it private, and then the only people I'm going to be having private conversations with are the people that are on Instagram. I'll respond to comments every once in a while on YouTube, Twitter. I'll put some shit up, but Instagram, people are getting business consultations on Instagram. People are in my DMs saying, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? I can do that on Instagram, okay? But go to Instagram, follow me on Instagram. But anyway, let the cooking begin. I will be back in about 7 minutes. BFTB knows how to handle the show. And Sim the Barber, don't try that shit on me, boy. Don't try. I keep my fucking receipts. I keep my receipts. You think that I'm not going to put some money on Lomachenko winning? On Vasily on Teofimo winning when Bob Arum. You think Bob Arum is going to let his 33-year-old get cut up ass dude who can't even make a pay-per-view? You think he's going to put his company on that dude's back when he could put it on Teofimo Lopez, a Spanish-speaking, could be confused for Mexican type dude west of the Mississippi? No, Bob Arum likes that, and Bob Arum was going to give that dude that shot. He was not going to let Devin Haney get a shot at Vasily Lomachenko. So they asked for the franchise belt. They kept Vasily Lomachenko nice and safe from Devin Haney. And then they fed him to Teofimo Lopez. And it was a perfect time to do it because Vasily hadn't fought in a year. He was getting older. He got dropped and was going the distance. Nah, dude, you're not looking like the Matrix anymore. You're looking like an old-ass man. We'll take Teofimo Lopez. So I put my money behind Bob Arum's crookedness, and it paid me $750. Motherfucker, thank you very much. Now, please continue to cook. I said it's time to cook, dog. It's time to cook. It's time to cook. I wish there was somebody that was extra good to cook that we could add to the chat to take my place, but we'll work on that as time goes. Man, who's a good one? Like LVZ1, he be chewing the shit out of people. But go ahead, man. I'll let y'all cook for a second, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, BFTB. Well, BFTB. BFT, you moderate. I'll be back in like 5-6 minutes.
All right, cool. That's cool. I looked at it. I know what the GOAT just said about Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? I saw Teofimo beating Vasily Lomachenko the entire time. I keep telling y'all, styles make fights. Vasily Lomachenko, where y'all gassing them up for the combination of speed and the footworks and the angles. That shit only works on people who you can use footwork on. It only works on people who you can use combinations on. Those angles only work on someone that's standing there allowing you to do the angles. There's a style that Vasil Lomachenko cannot beat. There's a style. It's called Salido. That's the style he cannot beat. The rough, I'm going right at you, but I'm putting you on your back foot. I'm going to punish you. That is the Salido style. That is the Teofimo Lopez style. That's why I picked Teofimo and bet on it heavy. Picked it and bet heavy. I won about $1,500 last night. Just because I'm telling y'all, styles make fights, not fighters. Styles make fights. Teofimo Lopez's style was better than Vasil Lomachenko's. It was better, and Vasil Lomachenko got saved. I don't give a damn what y'all say, bro. This dude is a C level fighter, C plus at best, fighting fighters that are D level fighters. So when a C plus is fighting a D level, that's what it's gonna look like, and that's exactly what it looked like. Fucking Roman ain't beating nobody, motherfucking bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. You fought you dehydrated Gary Russell. You made motherfucking Rigo move up 2 full weight classes. That again, I'm not saying that Vasil is a bum. I'm not saying he's a bum. He is what he is. It's all matchmaking for a reason. There's a reason why Vasil Lomachenko didn't fight any other champions at 126 or 130. He didn't fight no other champions at those weight classes. There's a reason that he only fought one at those weight classes, the WBO. There's a reason, because those other guys would have put hands and feet on him, and the matchmaking knew it. They knew it. They built this dude up, built him up, blew the bubble, and then they tried to put him in with Teo, thinking that Teo's young. Oh, so we got a light-skinned guy, a Honduran guy, but we can pass him off as Mexican, you know what I'm saying, or Spanish, or something like that. We can pass him off, so we're gonna gas his ass up. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then now we're gonna go ahead and have Lomachenko fight Teo with no rematch. That rematch had nothing to do with Lomachenko, because they just knew that, in my opinion, they just had Lomachenko washing Teofimo, carrying on the hype, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, carrying it on to the sunset. That's what I believe. That's what I see. I do not believe they thought that Teofimo was going to come in here. I think they thought he was going to be shell-shocked, young, and Lomachenko was just going to school him and make him look bad and blah, blah, blah. Now, all this undisputed talk, all this, the greatest fighter since Ali talk, all this weird-ass shit. No, Lomachenko is not. And no, he never was. He is not and never was. He came in with the Mike Tyson-esque aura about how he's making everybody quit and blah, blah, blah. But look at the level of competition he was fighting. Look who he was fighting. He had advantages. Anybody who was anybody, he had the advantage. He was bigger than Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know, anybody that had that. When it came to Teo, he was not bigger at all. You know what I'm saying? He clearly younger than Guillermo Rigondeaux. Clearly. And you look, and Guillermo Rigondeaux was his toughest competition at those lower weight classes. Besides the one from Salido where he lost, because he can't beat that style. You can't be calling this man pound for pound. He can beat every style, but you fight Salido and you lose, and then you fight Teofimo, who has the same type of style, just a better boxer, and you lose, and you've been running. Let's not forget this. I know Trill Bill said it, and I said it before Trill Bill, but let's make sure everybody understand. Vasil Lomachenko ran. Vasil Lomachenko did not throw a punch. He threw 4 or 5 punches in 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
4 or 5 punches total in 6 rounds. He ran his ass off. As soon as the bell rang, he was on the back foot for no reason. No reason. You're on the back foot. I can understand if you're throwing punches. You're saying, I'm going to take T.O. in deep water and drown him. But then you got to throw punches. Because if I'm just walking around and you ain't throwing shit back, I ain't got to do nothing. I'm hitting you with jabs and body. And Teo was fucking his body up, bro. But where was all the footworks to get away from them body shots? Where was all the angles to stop them counter uppercuts from coming into your face constantly? Vasil Lomachenko was in the high guard the whole fight, and that was it. Just the high guard. And getting his body beat to shit. and walking in the counter uppercuts. Bro, not impressed. I was not impressed. Just what I told y'all, styles make fights. That's exactly what happened. Bro, Teofimo is a damn good fighter. Teofimo is a solid B fighter. But I'm just stylistically, solid B, A-, B+. He's in that era, stylistically. And Lomachenko, for Teofimo, was a C-level fighter.
Did you notice he was matching them skill for skill?
Yes.
All of this high praise that Lomachenko got. I mean, when you ask people about how they think the fight was gonna play out based off of what the media puts out, you would think that that Teo only had a puncher's chance. That's what they were selling us on, or the people that didn't know any better. But skill for skill, everything that that Loma tried to do, Teo did exactly what he was supposed to do to trump what he was doing, to trump what Loma was doing.
Thanks.
All right. I love to see when he wasn't following him, he was cutting the ring off. And then when he was in position, he was tagging that body. Now, true, when Loma decided to fight in the pocket late in the round, like he had a really good round 8. Teo's very easy to hit. I'll say that. It's very, very easy to hit. However, he never got discouraged. Whenever Loma got into the pocket and threw a 3 or 4 punch combo and stepped out, I looked at Teo's face. I wanted to see what his reaction was. His eyes didn't get big. He grinned like he was like, you know, fuck. And then what did he do? He walked forward. That is ring generalship. You ate a few. Now he was looking for the get back. And then Loma got right back on his bike. There was nothing Loma could have did last night to win that fight. The scores were a little lopsided, but Loma lost the fight and he lost the drama of the fight because he couldn't dominate like he normally is used to dominating. There was nothing there for him. There was nothing he could have done to win that fight last night outside of landing a lucky shot, and that's not the kind of guy he is at all.
He almost got knocked the fuck out. Yo,
that's right.
Vasyl Lomachenko is the greatest. I will give him the credit, though. I will give him the credit that he deserves. He is the greatest 14-2. He's the greatest 14-2 fighters probably since Muhammad Ali. The greatest fighter that if you put someone in his face that he's supposed to beat, he'll beat in probably a generation, bro. And he'll look stylistic. He'll look like the GOAT doing it. He'll look like the greatest fighter to ever put up gloves, beating somebody who he should beat. If he should beat them, he looks like the man doing it, the absolute man. Now, when it comes to somebody with some stiff competition in him, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. He cannot beat that style. Cannot. So all this, he's pound for pound best fighter. Yeah, it's real good. Looking like the best pound fighter fighting Roman. You know, it's real good. Fighting fucking Pedraza, who Tank destroyed. It's real good, you know, fighting Luke Skywalker, someone who really hasn't fought anybody. You look real great, bro. You look special. But stylistically, Teofimo was bigger, stronger, with a better chin.
Yep.
He matched him style for style. Matched him. Like you said, his defense isn't the greatest. Teal's defense is the greatest. He get hit way too fucking much with straight shots. A straight shot kills Teofimo. That's what all he was getting hit with. But then that also lets you know if Lomachenko was beating on Teo's ass for a couple of rounds. At least I give him 3 solid rounds. He was beating on Teo's ass, but he couldn't bust him up instead of the fucking dirty headbutts. But he couldn't do nothing with him that he was doing with all these other people like Krolla and all these other motherfuckers that he was just styling on because they were just flat-footed themselves. But Teofimo, a whole different story, bro. And this is a prospect we're talking about, a quote-unquote prospect. This is Teofimo Lopez, a guy who really, he hasn't fought nobody. Teofimo Lopez, what has he done? Who has he done? Welcome to my club. All this other weird-ass shit. Okay, yeah. Well, Teofimo went in your house, moved around all your furniture, put it where he wanted it, all up in your refrigerator and shit, while you sitting right there. You didn't do nothing, bro. Nothing. The Lomachenko, these people hyping this man up. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed, because this dude did nothing. Nothing. How do you start boxing? How do you just go down 6-0? Like how do you do you think you that dude? You're on your high horse that you're gonna take him in deep waters and drown him, but you go down 6-0. That means you have to win every single round of the rest of the fight just to get a draw. Bro, Vasyl Lomachenko, he's food. He's food for anybody. Food. Someone's gonna get this dude's name again, put him on the resume, and beat the brakes off him again. They just
he's food for everybody, man. He's probably like a couple dudes. Like he's food, but I don't think he's food for everybody.
Shakur, food. Devin, food. Absolute food. I think the best bet for Vasyl Lomachenko is to fight Ryan Garcia, and he might get knocked out.
By Ryan Garcia?
He might get knocked out.
Damn, you throwing Loma in the trash can.
He might get he might look stylistically. It's the style. It's just the style. He was getting hit with body shots and uppercuts like it was nobody's business. Don't you think it would duck some of those?
Man, my thing with Loma is this, man. Like, I think that Lomachenko is
old.
I just think that he's a very good fighter. He's not what people said he was. Like, he's not all of this great shit. No. But I don't think he's food. I wouldn't say he's food unless by food you mean these guys are going to beat him. Like they'll win the fight, but not like food like hold on a second, BFTB. Like food like just so we make sure we on the same page of like what food is. And Mahari Sports Nation, I would let you on, dog, but dog, let me tell you, man, I ain't doing no more of this just excessively stupid shit for no good reason type shit. Okay, so if you gonna come on here, dude, and you know boxing and you willing to talk boxing, then I would love to have anybody on my channel that knows how to talk boxing. But if you come in here to crack jokes and just be funny and do all that shit, we got to know boxing. You got to be because I'm about to test BFTB over on this, dog, because I don't think they food, but we're gonna have a legitimate conversation about it. But see, somebody asked earlier, and I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth about why I don't do OG boxing talk anymore. Because the show started being like shit. Because people want to talk boxing, and I'm not talking about any particular person, right? But every once in a while, dude, they get up and people just think it's a comedy show for the sake of just fucking being funny. If you're going to be funny, you can be funny while you're talking about boxing and it's good boxing, and you're funny talking good boxing, then that's all love. But if we just cracking jokes just to see who can be the most gross, I'm not doing it. And that's not you. That's not you, Abel Mahari. But I want people to understand, dude, because I heard you guys saying that shit through the chat. My channel is a boxing channel. BFTB knows boxing. Drew Titan knows boxing. Now, I don't necessarily agree with BFTB because he just going to throw Loma in the trash can. I don't think he's far from the trash can, but I would just put him in the back area. I don't think he's a world champion. But if you want to come on, Abel, and you really going to talk boxing, and it ain't going to be jokes, hey man, next week you more than welcome to come. I said all that to say next week, and I don't have a problem letting you on, dog. But for real, you got to study during the week, and it's got to be about boxing. I can't do it on the channel anymore, man. I just one time I had a live stream, dude, that I just felt so bad about it because I never want to have a show on I never want to put a show on my channel that I wouldn't want to watch. You know what I mean? And that's just what it became. So there you go. So I didn't want to ignore when you said, hey, I want to speak my piece on the fight. Next week, you can speak your piece on the fight. For sure. And anybody else in the LDBC is welcome on the channel, but it's got to be boxing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to ask, BFTB said that he gave him 3 rounds. I'm glad he did. Because I was like, if he didn't give him 3 rounds, then we would have had an issue. Because Lomachenko was whooping that boy's ass in that 9th round. Teo's head was going, yeah.
But anyway,
So, but anyway, no, but in Soji Azul, no, nobody forgot about Fannon. I wanted to showcase BFTB because you guys don't know what you see. Telling you, I tell you, go at 4:30 every day to his channel. Yes, he's going to cuss some people out. Yes, he is. But you're not going to have a better analytical breakdown of the sport of boxing on a daily basis than you're going to get on BFTB's channel between 4:30 Central Standard Time and 6:30 Central Standard Time. You're just not going to find it. And if I disagree with BFTB, it's not going to be because BFTB don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's going to be because he has the same set of facts in his head that I do, but we interpret them differently. And that's always love, to have those type of agreements. I hate disagreeing with somebody that don't know what the fuck they talking about. I can disagree with somebody that knows what they're talking about, but it is highly irritating to disagree with people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like when, what the fuck happened yesterday when people were like shit, ESPN trying to slip Undisputed by you. Like, ESPN must think people just don't know anything about boxing. How can he be undisputed when you got somebody disputing it? Drew, what's your take on the Undisputed, man? And then pass that back to my man BFTB. And again, like I said, man, I'm gonna have a period in time in this live stream when I go in on Lomachenko. But we got almost 1,400 people in here. I want people to know that there are guys in the LDBC other than the big channel, really, really big channels, 4 LDBC big channels that you can go to really get good information that'll make you a better boxing fan, because you'll be able to go wherever you want to go and you'll know that you have base facts, even if you don't agree with what it is that the person is saying. But what's your take on this goes to show that this pound for pound list is nothing but an eye test. Favoritism is a marketing ploy. So what's on your mind, Drew? You guys can chop it up again for a minute. I'll be back in about 5. Is that cool with everybody in the chat? Y'all to listen to these guys talk boxing. Y'all listen to me talk boxing every day. Cool. You good, BFTB?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm definitely good.
You in that zone, BFTB in that zone.
Yeah, I definitely want to clarify when I say these food. I want to clarify.
Okay, clarify. I'll be back though. I'm listening though.
Yeah,
and Harry, much love. Let me get this other super chat real quick. AJ said this goes to show. I got that. That's much love in the super chat. Thank you so much. And just so you guys know, Tay Brown earlier said, "Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm working." That's what's up, Tay Brown. And my man KP from KC said, "Loma going to 130 for Shakur. Watch selling. Shakur ain't gonna be there very long, man." Answer that question. What you think about that? About what KPKQ said, Drew, and then pass it to BFTB, and I'll be back.
What did he say?
He said
Loma's going to 130.
No, he's not.
Or watch. And
no,
then
he's not.
Selling. I'm not sure what that means. What selling means.
No. He's gonna right now. The easiest thing for Loma to do is to stay far away from guys like Shakur. He's young. He's hungry. And if you haven't noticed, man, Shakur's growing kind of big, man.
Yeah.
He's growing kind of big. It's like he's growing into his body. When we first saw him, it's like watching a 16-year-old, and then the next year he's built like a 21-year-old. You're like, what the hell happened? Like he's getting kind of big, like kind of fast, man. Like he's like actually growing into his body. Like it's like he'd have to be as strict with his diet. Loma does not want any smoke with any of these young kids. You saw it last night. And I still think that he got off light last night because of that. What happened in the last round? 10 seconds left.
They played Captain Save-A-Hole for sure.
Oh man, that was horrible, man.
I'm sorry, Drew. Let me do this for I Am Ill Will, and make sure you guys go subscribe to I Am Ill Will. I Am Ill Will was in the super chat and says salute Fannon, BFTB, and Drew, and he said Teofimo Lopez. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Drew. I'll be back. Sorry for breaking in so much. And then BFTB, please. Oh, but the only thing I would ask, please, no F-bombs and shit like that. Keep it anything greater than a fuck. Let's eliminate. Keep it all at fuck and below. Cool. All right. I'll be back. And these boys cooking. I'm telling you, these guys know they boxing. You guys missing out, not watching these shows. I'm telling you. And hey, dude, who have you interviewed, Drew Titan, on your channel?
Oh man, well, Batman's on every day. But I had Bill on there. I had Lemon Bruce. I had Michael Nunn on there. Michael's. Oh man, you just mind me. I gotta call that brother, man. Michael's my man, man. Michael's my man. Just
Michael
to let you know,
my channel for nothing. But
man, Roy ducked that smoke for Mike Tyson. That's how dangerous he is. I'm just letting y'all know for real. that's real.
That's what's up. All right, Eric, let me go though. Y'all good? Y'all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Loma's not going down there to fight no Shakur Stevenson. I even want to stay on that too long. He's not doing that. What I do want to discuss though, real quick, people have to get their lingo under control. They have to understand the difference between unified and undisputed. There's a difference. Yeah. All right. There's a really, really big difference. I read it in the chat a lot, man. You know, people, BFTB, you want to break that down and explain the differences between that?
Well, at this current moment right now, when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, he's the hot topic. You know, he's what everybody is looking at. You know what I'm saying? He is not an undisputed champion. He is not undisputed. Okay, he is a unified champion. He is the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF. He's not the WBC champion. The franchise belt was made specifically for certain fighters. You have to petition for it. It's what they say. So you can't have two WBC champions, and both of those belts are main belts. Not like one of them is a trinket belt. Franchise belt, they made it a main belt. WBC regular title is a main belt. So at this current moment, Vasyl Lomachenko lost his WBO, his WBA, and his IBF. The WBC was never on the line. They just threw that shit in there for extra sanctioning fee bread. It was never on the line. Devin Haney is the WBC champion. There's no shade to Teofimo, but in order for Teo to be undisputed, he needs to have the WBC belt, not the franchise belt. He needs to have that belt. I mean, because if you could become undisputed with the franchise belt, that belt that was just made, well then any other belt that has a super duper belt, like the WBO has a super belt, WBA has a super belt. I know people really don't know about the WBO super champion, but the WBO has a super champion. And Manny Pacquiao was a WBO super champion. Even after he lost to Jeff Horn, he was still the WBO super champion. But whatever.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But all I'm saying is, bro, you have the belts that we know as that are the main belts that equal the undisputed. So we just need to move past this for Teo, because saying that he's the undisputed guy, if we want to see the Teofimo versus Devin Haney fight, which I don't think Teofimo is going to do, but if we want to see it, we can't call the man undisputed. We have to make sure that we call him what he is, so that he knows there's still work out there that he's got to get.
No doubt. There's definitely, and see, this is where we come in at, man. We got to force that issue, man, because we're the consumer. It's time that we get what we want, man. And there's no need for us to wait, man. And the atmosphere we're in right now, I want you to understand something. The atmosphere we're in right now is all the reason why the waiting game is horrible. Who the fuck anticipated a pandemic? That changed everything.
Yeah.
You understand that those brothers fought last night and the Charlos fought a couple of weeks prior? There was no audience. You know, we enjoyed the fight, but to me, that's still a little weird to me. Teofimo versus Loma, I mean, they had it in Vegas last night, but really think about it. He's from Brooklyn. You know, they could have packed out the Garden.
Easy.
There's a lot of Ukrainians in New York. I'm telling you, there are a lot. I went to the Lomachenko versus Rigo fight. There's a lot of Ukrainians in New York, and you just threw them at MSG, they'd have sold that fucker out in seconds. So, you know, you had it in Vegas last night, but really think about it. This pandemic, they lost money. They lost money. You understand? So this is why we shouldn't be waiting for anything. Right now, shout out to Teo, but everybody who knows him or friends with him on Instagram, Twitter, please get him in the ring with Devin Haney. Get him in the ring with Devin Haney. To make him somebody needs to be this for all the marbles, the real marbles. I know they really tried to force that shit down our necks last night or this morning or whatever, but he really don't have all the marbles. Devin Haney got that last piece of the puzzle. I don't care about no franchise status. I don't care about a silver status. I don't care about a super status. But if they want to play that game, fine. There's one more piece to the puzzle. Go get it. Now you got all the marbles. You got all the power. Go get it. Devin sitting right there up the block. And y'all know each other. Please stop playing with us, man. And as fans, this is what we want, right? No more posturing, no more business. Listen, I just wanted Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao to retire so boxing can go back to normal. We don't need to be playing this posturing game, man. Let's get these fights going. There's no need to wait. Pandemics and all, man. Let's go. You're on mute, Fannon.
You're muted. Yeah.
We got a special guest coming into the chat soon. He'll be here soon. We got Black Fight Fan TV coming on.
Oh
yeah. Okay. It's gonna be fun, dog. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. The number one Lomachenko fan, I'm trying to tell you right, y'all gotta respect the LDBC, dog, because my man Black been riding with Lomachenko, man. But that was a good fight, dude. I don't
food.
You got the church music queued up, man.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun, dog. It's gonna be fun.
He's food.
That only 100. Loma is a hype job. What is Haney? We don't know because Haney ain't been hyped.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be, in order to be a hype job, somebody got to hype you.
Yes.
Somebody got to be out there.
Wait.
Saying a bunch of shit.
If Loma's a hype, that's unfair.
What?
Who said that?
Oh, just this guy, Ant McQueen. If Loma is a hype job, what is Haney? He's not a hype. Man, Lomachenko. Let me explain why I say Lomachenko is a hype job. The operative word in hype job is hype. And the second one is job. Somebody has to be actively going out there trying to convince you that he is something greater than he is. Now, I have never heard anybody in mainstream media tell me that Devin Haney is the best fighter since a young Muhammad Ali. I've never heard anybody say it. As excited that as people are about Devin Haney in the Mayweather gym, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. thinks very highly of him, and Floyd Mayweather thinks very highly of him. I have never heard them ever say that he is greater than Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard, on and on and on and on and on. That when you say that Vasily Lomachenko is the greatest fighter since a young Muhammad Ali, you're talking about Carlos Monzon. You're talking about guys like Pernell Whitaker. You're talking about Oscar De La Hoya. You're talking about Pernell Whitaker, Felix Tito Trinidad, and Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, James Toney, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And so what I'm saying is, dude, when you start hearing people say Devin Haney is that, and he gets to the record of 14-2, and his career is over, then call Devin Haney a hype job. Until then, that's on Vasily Lomachenko. Because Vasily Lomachenko now has had a better amateur career than he had a professional career.
Yep.
His amateur career is better than his professional career. However, the great Black Fight Fan TV will be coming on the channel, and I'm leaving because the motherfucker is too big for me to fight. Okay? So I am going to let him, BFTB, talk about it, and y'all make sure y'all go first and foremost. Y'all make sure y'all keep it respectable. Nothing beyond a fuck. Okay? Like nothing, no cussing greater than the word fuck is my only rule. You can say fuck all day, but anything greater than that, dog, no. But also, give Black Fight Fan TV all kind of credit for number one, coming, and number two, show up to his show that is taking place tonight with two lovely young ladies in great conversation that's coming up this evening. Tell them about that show so that they make sure that they're there, Black Fight Fan TV. And then I'm going to let you cook with BFTB and Drew while I chill and stay out of the middle of it because you ain't putting that shit on me. We good, right?
Tonight we have the fight party with me, Boxiana, and Nick J. You don't want to miss that. Boxiana is an advocate, Lomachenko hater. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm sure she got a lot to dish out tonight. So you don't want to miss that. That's at 7:30 on Trill Boxing Talk, my channel. And I mean, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get busy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I came for.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult because I'm a respectful dude. I respect my OGs. So it's like I feel real bad for you, bro. Cause you was in the back when White Jesus was carrying the cross. He was back there. You had his coattails wrapped around the bottom, throwing water on him.
No, fuck that. I was Peter. I was Patah around this motherfucker.
You was handing water cups and everything, my boy. My OG was walking alongside him with the water bottles.
I was Patah. You understand me? Shit.
Black, you killed me with the church music, man. I was in the gym listening to that shit. That's probably why I fell down the goddamn stairs.
Oh, you fell down the stairs?
Nigga, I fell down the fucking stairs leaving the gym last night. I got up though. Damn. Niggas saw it and all that. I don't give a fuck. Those stairs is fucked up though. I made an iron. Fuck what you heard. I'm good, man. Fuck that. I'm going back after I get off here. I don't care. I'm good.
You gonna look just like Lomachenko look.
So, I mean, come on, man. What you got, man? I know BFTB. What you got? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm open for all the smoke from everybody.
Hey, but you my OG though, bro. I don't give you no smoke.
Well, you got freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
Okay,
Let's
say it ain't so then.
Let's rock.
We'll say it ain't so. Because it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Okay. I'm with my OG for a good 2 years solid. A good 2 years solid. Talking about White Jesus and he don't know who the bar thief is and all this other kind of stuff, bro. White Jesus didn't have no sandals on last night. That nigga was walking barefoot in a motherfucker to the cross, bro. That nigga was like, take me to the king. yo, he was getting hands and feet put on his ass. Yo, Tio was hitting this man with Moses slippers, rods, and staffs. Yo, that nigga was scared to death. Lomachenko was, bro, what happened to your boy? He didn't throw a for 6 rounds.
Come on, man. Wait a minute.
Bro.
Wait a minute. Okay, so let's get off the bullshit. Let's get off the bullshit. Let me talk. Let me talk now. Because see, I was trying to see what you gonna come with it. I want that BFTB shit. I want that gangster shit. Give me that shit. Because I'm gonna tell you, let me pull it out of you. Because I could do that. Because let's be clear. There was no real fight for the first 6 rounds. The only reason why I gave Teo what the respect that I did is because Lomachenko respected it. Teofimo was putting the jab out there and showed ring generalship. That's true. He had Loma scared to engage because Loma was worried about that left hook and he couldn't get outside of him and he was wide and he was scared of that power. That's true. He won on that from that pretense. Now to say that he just like beat the dog shit out of him, come on, homie. Come on, bro. And to be honest with you, if we talking where motherfuckers was getting flash danced on the most, Loma had the most flash, but like I said, Teofimo Lopez stood it up last night. And I got to give him that. He took advantage of the opportunities that was awarded to him. Come on now. Let's get real now. Let's get real with the shit. Let's get real. That's why you got people running around this motherfucker saying that it was a draw. Even though I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartedly but there was no real true engagement in that fight in the first 6 or 7 rounds. The shit broke open. The shit broke open when Loma headbutted his ass and he lost focus.
That's
so
what
come on.
Rounds 8 and 10. That's the only rounds I gave him.
It's all good, bro. I understand. Now, this is what really happened. Teofimo put hands and feet on this man. He hit this man one time, and Lomachenko ran his ass off. He was scared to death. He would still be running to Ukraine right now. He'd still be running. That's the truth. Truth is,
Oh my God.
Still got his ass whipped on, bro. I'm trying to pray. Listen, bro. Listen. Hold on, bro. Let me let you know something. Lomachenko was scared to death off of a jab. A jab. Teofimo threw a jab at the man. It didn't even hit him solidly. And for 6 rounds, he ran.
I disagree with that. The jab, the jab kept Loma in front of him.
The jab. How did do that?
Wait. The jab kept Loma in front of him and kept him at bay. Loma was afraid of the left hook. Let's be clear. We're gonna do it right. Let's do it right. He was afraid of the left hook. The jab is what kept him in front of Loma. Kept Loma in front of him and kept Loma at bay and kept Loma from going around him. That's what the jab did. And the left hook is what Loma was afraid of.
He was also afraid of that uppercut on the inside.
He tasted that multiple times. I wouldn't say he was afraid of it.
But how are you afraid?
He felt that motherfucker.
But I'm trying to figure out how. With the speed and the footwork and the combination and the angles. I'm trying to figure out how much speed kept the jab from Teo in front of him. You mean to tell me the guy with these angles, these blistering
Didn't use the angles, man.
Well, how couldn't he step around? How couldn't he use the footwork to step around from a feigning jab? It wasn't a stiff, crispy jab. It was feigning. It was a rangefinder. And he couldn't step around that with the angles. So what he had? Did he have gum on the bottom of his shoes so he couldn't get that speed off?
Look,
was it Clay holding him down? Was he walking in some wet sand?
I have no excuses for Loma. I think Loma's a great fighter. Champion at 126, champion at 130, heaviest weight class he's at. He's unified 135. Greatest amateur career in boxing today. He moved up. Teofimo Lopez was a bigger, stronger fighter, and he grew into his own on that night. He stood it up. Loma had no answer for that shit. He couldn't step around him. Teo was bigger. He was stronger, and he was faster than Loma thought he was. Okay. He couldn't step around of it. Loma felt the power, felt the bullets whizzing over his head. He had no answers. He did, and when he finally did get some kind of answer for this shit, he pressed forward, but it was too late. He pressed forward, it was too late. And the reason, and I'm gonna say this too, he had to wait on Teofimo. He had to wait because the motherfucking youngster had so much go in him. He couldn't get popped by one of them shots early. He ain't been in the ring for 14 months. He knew if the boy caught him cold, it was gonna be problems. And you seen that shit. The left hook that I'm talking about, he touched Loma with that shit at the end of the fight and still almost knocked him out. So, I'm just keeping it all the way true. That's all I can do. The boy got beat, man. The boy got beat. But listen, like I said, let's not act like while everybody in this motherfucker talking about, oh, I told you, you ain't told me a motherfucking thing. Because Loma been around this motherfucker dominating for about 3, 4, 5 years around this bitch. And every other weekend, I get to hear one of these false predictions from one of these youngins up here on these panels trying to shit on me. Loma had me pissing and shitting on everybody for years. I'm gonna take the bad. I lost last night. I'm cool with that. Yeah, turn the motherfucking camera on. I want to look you in your face when I tell you this shit. I've been sitting on your ass for years. Okay, when it come to this Lomachenko shit.
Negative.
Okay, for years.
Negative.
When Gary Russell was getting his ass whooped, when you was living up in Maryland and shit, where you belong, I was still here screaming white Jesus. Okay? White Jesus lived 33 years. The motherfuckers come together and they killed him. They crucified him. Okay? And look, I'm gonna tell you something. That bald-headed motherfucker Floyd Mayweather who won $6.5 million last night. I know you paid that judge, bitch. I know you paid that judge. I know you paid that judge, bitch. I know you did. Yeah. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna talk about that shit though. I'm 119 to 109. Y'all know
that card was lopsided like a motherfucker. But
man, I'm gonna help you, Black, bro. I'm gonna help you.
Come on with it.
Let me help you, bro. This Black right now, bro. Take your time, Black.
Eddie Kane.
Well,
I'll take it.
Hey,
oh man,
we gonna with you hard, Black.
Wookie Woo say he actually
Let's
agreed
go with hard. Here we go.
Now let me ask you this. Do you agree with the card? The 119 to 109.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, don't give me no strike, man.
I know I'm gonna say Fannon, the man goes to me.
Hey, don't give me no strike.
You just go with this lost damn mind. You gotta go, man.
I understand, Black, bro. I understand. I know how you feel, bro. I do. Well, I don't, but I do.
Yes, you do. You've been on the receiving end of this shit for years. Come on, man, don't do that.
So Vasil Lomachenko fighting bum after bum after.
Gary Russell Jr. is not a bum.
Who?
Gary Russell Jr. is not a bum.
He was dehydrated.
Guillermo Rigondeaux was not a bum.
Yeah, when they moved up 2 weight classes.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. You know why I'm not gonna allow you to do that? You know why I'm not gonna allow you to do that? Because everybody in this room told me that Guillermo Rigondeaux could beat Lomachenko, a Hypejob, with his hands tied behind his back.
Who said that?
They didn't give a damn if Rigo had to move up 4 weight classes. He was that great of a boxer. Listen. I'm just saying, you got to take that, bro. I'm taking all this shit. Now, Lomachenko been a winner for years, bro. We know he lost to Salido his second fight. He 14-1. He was 14-1. That means he won 13 motherfucking times. 13 motherfucking times. I'm just saying.
So Jose Luis Ramirez, he won 25 times.
Listen, I'm not going to allow you to say Nicholas Walters was a bum. I'm not going to allow you to say that Guillermo Rigondeaux was a bum. I'm not going to allow you to say that Nonito Donaire. No, Nonito Donaire. Gary Russell Jr. was a bum because he wasn't.
I never said that.
He wasn't a bum. You saying he been beating up bums. I just gave you 3 motherfuckers that ain't bums on his resume.
You gave me 3 people that ain't bums on his resume. 3. He got dropped. He got dropped by Gary Russell.
How many do I got to give you that ain't bums?
Oh, at least more than that.
How many bums on? How many? I don't. That's fucked up, man.
All right, Linares ain't a bum. Linares
ain't a bum neither. 42-3 right now. 42-3 right now.
Oh, he a killer now.
This is not a killer, but he ain't no bum. He ain't no bum. He ain't no bum.
Bro, Lomachenko was not pound for pound. He cannot beat that style. He couldn't beat it with Orlando.
Wow.
Beat it with nobody else. He can't.
Listen, man. Lomachenko moved up 2 weight classes and was champion at 2 different weight classes. He moved up, man. He is pound for pound. He was the champion at 126 and 130, and he was the greatest amateur fighter of this era. He is pound for pound, bro. I'm sorry. He was the unified champ, bro. He had 3 belts at 135. I'm just saying, I'm sorry.
Beating up high schoolers.
Wow.
You gonna beat up high schoolers on your greatest amateur resume.
Wow. Look at Abel Mahari here tonight.
Hey, Black,
Hey,
Black, I bet you got the greatest resume ever too, bro. You 6'7", 6'6", about 300 pounds, solid muscle. Go on down to your local fucking Walmart in your middle school. Beat shit out about 95 motherfucking straight. Black, you'll have the amateur resume in the history of boxing, bro. You go undefeated. Yo, Lomachenko was fighting the same guy like 7-8 times.
Wow.
That's the fact. That's not a debate. You talk about the greatest amateur resume. He's fighting the same people over and over again. You already beat him. You're fighting the same person over and over and over again, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, you just great, bro. You did nothing, bro."
Who else amateur record is like that, bro? That could be that argument can be made for every amateur.
Rigondeaux?
That's what I'm saying. And Rigondeaux lost 12 motherfucking times.
But his
and fought less fights.
It's just the same fights. They all do. There's another guy that's like that with top rank.
No, but you can't just dismiss that shit because it's convenient for you right now. You can't. Just because it's convenient for you. You can't do that.
All right, wait, hold on.
You can't have a discussion with me and dismiss it. You do this shit for yourself up against the wall and look in the mirror and talk.
The reason why I can name
dismiss facts to make it convenient for you, bro.
It's not convenient.
When you talk, if we gonna make that applicable, you gonna make that applicable for every fighter.
Then let's do it. I ain't got no problem with it.
Okay, so I'm saying the man is the greatest amateur of all time.
And that means
one of the things that made Gary Russell Jr. so great was his amateur career. One of the things that made Guillermo Rigondeaux so great was his amateur career.
Well, four guys ducked Rigo and made him jump like 3 weight classes to fight Loma.
But Loma didn't duck him.
Well, who ducked Loma? Who ducked Loma?
He ducked him.
Yes, let me ask you something. Let me ask both of y'all something. Do y'all know who helped Rigo get the fight?
Who helped
Rigo get the fight? Because nobody when Rigo was looking for the fight, huh? Who helped him get the fight?
I'm asking you, did Loma help him get it?
No. I'm asking you. I'm just saying, who helped him get that fight?
He himself.
Let me tell you something. Rigo was not popular. Top Rank had already forced him away. They kicked him off. They didn't want him on the deal. He started making cartoons and shit to get attention.
Yep, I know.
Who helped Rigo get that fight because they felt like Rigo could beat Lomachenko? People saying the fans, I want a specific group of motherfuckers that helped Rigo get that fight. Who was making videos? Who was putting pressure on us? Who?
Are you talking about us?
Who? Say the motherfucking name.
You know it's the LDBC.
No, I don't know the name. Tell me. No, I don't know. Who?
The LDBC.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you. You want to know who was in the LDBC saying, "No, man, this ain't a good fight. He can't beat that motherfucker. He can't beat that dude." Me.
I know that. Me. I know. I was watching Trill.
Everybody else said that man could beat that man with his hand tied behind. And I'm just like right now. I'm not listening. The man is a great fighter. Teofimo Lopez
is a prospect.
Teofimo Lopez gets credit for beating this man. This man is a great fighter. Bro. This man have moved up 3 weight classes.
So
and won championships and unified at the highest weight class that he had. You can't. I don't understand that shit. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Against who? Moved up 3 weight classes and unified and against who? You just fought a prospect. Someone that people looked at Teofimo Lopez as a prospect. And Teofimo Lopez had this man running scared to death for 6 rounds.
I can't tell by this chat. I can't tell by 1,200 motherfuckers in here that's saying that's celebrating that they already knew he was gonna win.
I don't know.
It looks like he was still competition to me.
I know what I seen.
1,200 motherfuckers in here that knew that he was gonna win.
I know what I seen.
And 1,200 motherfuckers in here that knew he was gonna win.
I don't know about all that. All I know.
You right here. You in here with me. You looking at the chat right here with me. I'm looking at the chat right here with me. So you do know.
No, I'm looking at you.
People in here right now saying that Lomachenko was gonna get his ass whooped.
6 rounds
right now. So you do know.
No, I don't.
You can ignore it all you want. You know what I'm saying? But it's true.
What's true? What's true, Black?
You heard me.
I ain't hear you say.
You heard him.
I ain't hear you.
You heard him.
I ain't hear him. I'm trying to hear what he say. What's true? If it's still Lomachenko ran for 6 rounds, I saw that. I saw that man running for 6 rounds with the speed, the footwork, the combination, and the angles, blistering matrix speed, running for 6 rounds. He threw 5 punches in 6 rounds. That's what I saw.
He definitely lost. I'm not debating it. I'm I'm not debating that.
A prospect though. Teofimo was a prospect.
I'm just saying. Like I said, there's 1,200 people in here right now that say that he was gonna get his ass beat. I'm just saying.
Tio was gonna get his ass beat.
Down there, Loma was gonna get his ass beat.
I said Loma was gonna get his ass beat multiple times.
You one of them. You obviously don't believe Teo was a prospect.
But I'm not saying he was.
No, you obviously don't believe. You just said that shit.
I don't. What I'm saying to y'all is that's what he was called. That's what he was labeled as, a prospect. The guy that couldn't do so good with that Asian dude. The Asian dude beat him. The Asian dude really was hurting him on Tio went back.
He would.
Okay. So if that's the case, so will we say that Loma would just go in there and just wash the dude that Tio was having a problem with? Is that the case? The great fighter is such a great fighter.
I don't know. They ain't fought.
Nobody.
I don't know. They ain't fought.
Who you gonna watch that dude? Exactly. You don't even know. It's some Asian dude, whatever the hell his name is.
Oh, Nakataki.
Taki,
what?
Tiki, whatever the fuck his name is.
Nakatani.
They styles make fights, and Vasyl Lomachenko cannot beat that style. He hasn't beat that style at all. For as great as what he is, whatever you want to put him, he hasn't beat that style. You can't say you're pound for pound the best. I can beat everybody in any weight class. No, you can't. You can't be Salido. You can't beat that style. You can't. I
disagree with that.
Who fought like that he beat?
I disagree with that.
But who fought like that he beat them?
I disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want. Now,
are you really serious about that?
Yes. Who did he fight?
Rigo fought like that.
Who?
Nicholas Walters can fight like that.
I didn't say.
I'm just saying, Nicholas Walters. Rigo can fight like that. Rigo fought. You think Rigo fight like that, man? Come on, bro. Rigo fight like that. Nicholas Walters fight like that. Gary Russell can fight like that, bro. Come on, man. Stop it. Listen, Lomachenko fought more black fighters than Gary Russell have his whole career.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. That's your point. You asking me, can he beat that style? He's beat that style before, bro. I just told you. He beat Rigo. He beat Rigo. He beat Gary Russell Jr. He beat Nicholas Walters.
Nicholas Walters did not fight that way.
He beat them. It don't matter how they fight when they got in front of him. It don't matter how they fought when they got in front of him.
What do you mean it don't matter?
It don't matter how they fought when they got in front of him. It don't matter how they fought when they got in front of him. They fight that style. They fight that style. They're athletes. They can move. They can use lateral movement. They fight the same way.
So you're telling me because I can switch hit that I can fight like Terrence Crawford? Is that what you're telling me?
Listen, all those dudes that I named, Nicholas Walters, athlete, power puncher, power puncher, power puncher, power puncher, power puncher, power puncher.
Orlando Salido,
Nicholas Walters, Rigo.
Wait, can I say? Let me say this about Nicholas Walters.
Rigo, power puncher, power puncher. Breaking people's jaws.
Wait. Listen.
Quick, speed, agile, angle, can do everything.
Let me say this. Nicholas Walters was on the shelf.
Just because you say it don't mean it ain't real. Just because you say it, don't mean it ain't real. Just because you say it don't mean it ain't real.
Well, where's
family. Yo, check it out.
It ain't real.
Check it out. I gotta duck out of here, family. I got some things I gotta take care of. But let me just say this before I leave. Nicholas Walters was on the shelf for a very long time before he got that Lomachenko fight.
Man, we're gonna do that. Lomachenko been out for 14 months.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm just saying. We're gonna point out. We can point out intangibles, but that's the true fact because we talked about that. Talked about that.
New point because Lomachenko have been out for 14 months, the longest he's ever been. Teofimo Lopez said himself last night, I knew that he'd been out for so long, it was gonna take him a while to get started up. The man knew that.
So he ain't sparred all?
I don't know what he did. He been in Russia.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know the man. You was the man from the Ukraine. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Training in 8 weeks of training, we ain't gonna do no sparring.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I got it.
All right, listen. All right, fam. Listen.
I'm not saying that the man didn't lose. I never said that. I came on here and conceded to all the things that you said. Okay. Yes, I did. I conceded all you things you said about Loma losing to Teofimo Lopez. Can I finish? Loma losing to Teofimo Lopez. I said Teo was a better fighter. I said he kept him at bay with the jab, stopped him from using angles. I said that Loma was scared of the power. I said that he had to wait to the second half of the fight for the man to lose power so he could get off on the man. I said all that shit, bro.
Stop it, Black. Stop.
Yo, I got a roll, family. Catch me tonight. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. You catch me tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What?
Black.
Okay.
Black. We love you, Black.
Hey, Drew, you coming to Texas? You coming to Texas?
Goddamn right, I'm coming to Texas, man.
Okay, you coming to the Spence fight?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. I see you out here, homie.
You can't get that, Black man.
Hell yeah.
You know I'm gonna get it.
Nah, you can't get that.
You know I'm gonna get it.
Nah, you
know I'm gonna get it.
No, you
gonna I'm gonna catch y'all later. Yo, I'm out. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all. Yeah.
All right, you ain't gonna get it in real life. You gonna Debo it. That's what you gonna. You ain't gonna really get it.
This man. Hey,
you already know. You can't.
You know, I want this work. Give me this work. I want this best fight, the best shit. Come on, give me this grave nigga shit.
You can't get that, bro. I got two
this shit.
You can't get that.
With that white bitch say, hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Nah, homie, I can't do that, bro. I got too much love and respect. Bro, I'm just saying you can't get that, bro. You can say one thing about Nicholas Walters and Orlando or Salido, but you can say, oh, well, they can fight that way. You can. And I'm not going to disagree with you and say that no fighter can't fight a specific way. And all these fighters can know different styles. What I'm saying to you is they didn't use them. They didn't use the style. That style is the style that beats Loma. That style that I'm just going at you, you're going to have to fuck me up. I'm going right at you. I'm going at you. I'm punching on you. You know what I'm saying? To stop me from doing it. That style, that aggressive style is what Orlando Salido used. It's what Teo took, and that's what Teo used. Teo don't be fighting like that all the damn time. He be on the back foot himself, using left and right lateral Ruben himself. He went directly at Lomachenko, straight at him. Had the man baffled and confused. Didn't know what to do. He was waiting for Teo to get on the back foot and try to step away like he fought like when he fought Comey or one of those guys. He was waiting for that, and it didn't happen. And by the time he said, fuck it, I got to step on the gas, he needed to knock out the win. Matter of fact, he needed to win every round just to get a draw at that time. Every single round. That style he can't beat. He can't beat that style.
I disagree. He beat it before.
No, he didn't. No,
yes, he did.
He
conquered against fighters that was his size. He conquered it against fighters that was his size. Teofimo walk around this bitch at an admitted 160 pounds. The wide stance, the frame. He was a bigger fighter. He was a much bigger fighter than Loma.
What is that? That ain't that. That's Teofimo.
I'm just saying. And it wasn't Loma's fault when he fought. It wasn't Loma's fault when he fought Nick. That's the question that you asked me. Let's be clear. Let's not dilute the Kool-Aid with shit. Okay? Because you asked me who has Lomachenko fought that style and won against. I gave you 3 fighters.
And none of them did.
I gave you 3 fighters that use that style, boxer punchers that can move and have good footwork. I gave you that.
That's not it.
I gave you those fighters. And some of those fighters, El Shakal is faster than Loma.
It's not what I said. I'm
just saying you asked me you asked me a fighter.
And you didn't name
you asked me a style. You asked me a style, a person that Loma fought with that style. I gave you 3 fighters.
And none of those
just because when they got in front of Loma, they fought a different style. Okay, that doesn't mean nothing. When we talking about Teofimo, no, that's their style. That was the answer to your question. That's how we even got here.
Black,
I'm not debating whether or not Loma lost the fight.
So you're telling me that Nicholas Walters and Orlando Salido fight the same? Guillermo Rigondeaux.
No. You asked me the style. You asked me about Teofimo style. I didn't say nothing about Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido has a completely different style than all these dudes. Orlando Salido is a Mexican. He fights in a Mexican style. That's how he fights.
That's what I said, bro.
No, that's not what you said. You said name the fighter, name the fighter, name the style, the fighter that fighting that style that he beat. I gave you 3 of them.
That's not what I said to you. I said Black.
Yes, you did.
They're fought like Orlando Salido, not that can do it. That style that he.
Like I said.
I ain't talking about who can do it.
Like I said, bro. Like I said, Loma lost the fight. I'm not disagreeing with that. it's a lot of things that we say that he could have done. I don't think he could have done nothing. I think that Teofimo Lopez with that size, at that size, and coming into his own as a man, I think he couldn't beat him like that. I'm just saying.
Style, Black. It's the style.
It's not the style. It's not the style. And that's what we have. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what disproves your argument. What you just said that you didn't say that. We have a fundamental disagreement at that point. The seam of that point is you saying that styles make fight. You saying the reason why, which is true, but you saying the reason why Loma lost this fight to Teofimo Lopez is the style. Yes. I disagree with that because I've seen Loma beat fighters that have that style on multiple occasions. Yes, I have. And I just named 3 of them. And you just admitted that shit to me on 3 different up until right now when it's not convenient for you.
It's not having to do with convenience, Black.
You're cold as ice.
Yeah, nothing to do with
cold as ice.
Hey, bro, listen, Black. I'll give you an analogy. I'll give you an analogy, Black. You could bench 450 easy. I'm gonna say you could bench 450 easy, right? Yeah. So you could do that. That's you. True. All right. So if no one sees, I know you can do it, but no one sees you do it, right? But every time you go in there, all your benching is 300. That's it. 300 every day. 300. No one sees you bench 450. I know you can do it.
I think it's on the internet. Me doing this.
It's all an analogy.
Might be on the internet.
It's all an analogy. You can do it. No one's seen you do it. You can do it.
Right.
I see you benching 300 all the time. That's it. Just 3. Then all of a sudden, someone comes in, throws up 450 or 4, and you don't do it. Now you can't pick it up. So I'm supposed to be like, oh man, Black, yeah. Well, I listen, I saw Black. I know Black. No, nigga, you can't. You didn't do it. You bench 450. You can say you bench 450 all you want. When it came time for you to put it up, you under that bitch struggling. Hey, you like, hey, 7-8, BF, yo, help me get this shit off my chest, bro. Get this shit off me, bro. We calling niggas from the gym. Now we all struggling.
I can't win with this man. I can't win with this man.
If I didn't see you do it, you can't do it.
You saw him do it, though, bro. You saw him do it.
No, I saw a person who can bench 450. That's what I saw. You can. Yeah, you can bench it. But when it came time, every
this motherfucker talking about tail out by some what the fuck we talking about? Look at this. This
every man. You can't do it. That style, homie. That style, OG. That style. He cannot beat it. If Nicholas Walters can fight the way Orlando Salido did, he didn't.
What are you talking about, Orlando? That's a completely different style, bro.
Exactly.
It's completely different from Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell, Teofimo Lopez, and everything.
Style. Exactly. Thank you for proving my point. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Get out of here with that, man.
Thanks, hey, OG, bro. It's all love now.
For now, go ahead and come on in with this shit. Because I'm sure he's been listening to this shit.
Hey, man.
I hate the pro.
I appreciate you, Black. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for everybody for coming. What you say? There ain't no body bag, dog. Loma got body bag. There ain't no more room in that body bag. Loma got carted out in the motherfucking body bag. That's the only motherfucker getting by. My brother, Black Fight Fan TV, is a rider. And I appreciate you coming, dog. Thank you, man.
I love my OG, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, I love everybody on this panel. Yeah, y'all make sure if you ain't subscribed to these people, subscribe to them. Excuse me. These guys are the best. Diversity in the LDBC. These are 3 different styles of shows and styles of opinions and aspects. And you got a motherfucking lawyer, an accomplished lawyer, Black father, and you got a veteran, solid stomp down, trill soldier, accomplished father, and you got a motherfucking convict father, accomplished father, diversity. That all love boxing. You can only find that shit in the LDBC. That's it. Nowhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Take heed to that shit. Drew Titan worked in the tunnel, done all kind of shit. New York City, all different perspectives from different brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I commend y'all. Thank you so much, Fannon, for sharing your platform. BFTB, I love you, brother. I wanted to poke the bear. I want to see if the shit real. I want to see if Triple G really punched like that. You understand? And I am comparing you to Triple G. You Triple G. You can't beat Charlo. You Triple G. But you know what? And I also want to say, make sure y'all tune in to the fight party tonight at 7:30. I ain't some little old bright skinned Mickey Mouse looking ass girl gonna give me the work tonight. Baxiana, she gonna give me the work tonight. I might have to. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say because now I won't let me say that. But y'all take it easy, man. Y'all take it easy, bro.
And there ain't nothing else to say, man. Ain't nothing else cleaner to say than that, dog. We out. Peace.